All right, we'll probably start. I mean, we'll see where we go to today, and then Cade will be jumping in a little bit later. He didn't say time, but we should be fine tonight. So, today is 16 NIM 1008 YK campaign day 154. Let's go ahead and get into recap. Good amount of stuff went down.
Do we want to try the framing where we're summarizing some of the events to Toad as we left the tower, or is there?
Oh, you totally can. Yeah. What is that? What is that phrase?
In media res or whatever.
Yeah, in media res, we totally can. So the four of you, right? So Altaik, Rick, Val, and Effney make their way down out of the tower. Toad, we begin this moment with you seeing your allies leaving the tower relatively unharmed. Effney looks a bit banged up.
Yeah, Toad like waves at everybody and walks over very quickly. It's like, oh, you're done. What happened? Okay, I have something really weird happened out here, but I'd love to hear what happened. There.
Well, I'll just say, Toad, there was a lot that we did in there for you. Okay.
For me?
Things that I'm going to tell you about. Hopefully you don't get mad, and maybe you're happy to see the things. Okay.
Okay.
But we completed the tower. The tower. We looked at every floor, every step, and we got to the spot that you described whenever you met Irtash. And it was crazy. I mean, we went to the dragon floor. I had the dragon slayer sword that you'd given me to Teriak, the Lord of the Flames, and had a conversation. But I said it before, but I just think his ego is just a little bit too big, And it seems like it was right, because he started attacking us after a brief conversation, and after that, we had a really good bout with him.
At first, it seemed we were making some headway with, convincing them to let us through. But perhaps I didn't frame things correctly when I mentioned Irtash and your interaction with them, and Dragon got very, very angry, and really wanting to, doomsaying the entire time before unleashing some incredible flames on
Lord of the
us.
Flames for a reason. And then we had a really good fight with him. I think Effney, you were, amazing out there, of course. But
literally smoldering.
He was, in the middle of the fight, though, Teriak started getting a little, I guess freaked out is the best word, because he was looking pretty rough, and we offered him an olive branch to stop, but he thought the best course of action, instead of fighting us, would be to fight the power of the tower. And he tried to teleport out, and we have all experienced what that looks like, and it's not very good. So then, I'll just give it to you straight, Toad. He was ripped in half by the tower, and we harvested his scales and meat.
It's a good news, bad news situation.
Exactly.
Golden dragon meat.
I've never cooked dragon before, but I imagine it's not much different from purple worm.
Maybe. There could be different methods of preparing it. Definitely different, for sure. But the scales seem very good. In fact, they're still like hot, almost hot to the touch. I was thinking about giving them to Mr. Blip to maybe get a nice little suit of armor or something.
Oh,
But
that would be cool.
yeah. But after we did the we defeated Teriarch, or really he defeated himself. We went up the floors. We found a room with just a singular bench in there. But it really felt like, I don't know how to describe it, like we were getting judged a lot, you know? Like judgment was being passed. But you know, nothing really happened there. And we went up and yeah, we found the most beautiful meadow I probably have ever seen. And
Buried
We found-
statue.
yeah,
of
buried statue.
Some figure I wasn't familiar with.
Yeah, it was weird. It was a buried statue, and it was like crawling out of the ground almost, but it was just so, I don't know how to describe it. It's like peaceful. And then there was a Warforged, and the Warforged looked a lot like you. However, it was a lot bigger.
I
But
mean,
it was made of wood and metal as
like,
well.
how much bigger? Because I'm pretty tall.
It was maybe 35, 40 feet tall.
Oh, that's very tall. That's much
It,
bigger than
it
me.
was it was very, very big. It was huge.
It didn't speak though.
Didn't I think the Warforged was basically I tried to give him a nice little send off. It seemed that it was decrepit and ruined from time. And it turns out that it was not, and it had another fight in it. But blades, no physical attacks really did anything to it. The metal was just so tough and thick. I mean, it was a monster. It was giant. But it was Rick actually who used that banishment spell, and it seemed like it went into the cyberspace, and then tried to come back here. I don't know.
Oh, I think I might have seen it. There was like some kind of like blue light that kept slamming itself against the outside of the tower, trying to get in. And Irtash said it was kind of like him, but different. Like some kind of traitor to its people or something.
Interesting.
I tried to connect with it, but it didn't come close enough to me.
Irtash called it a traitor? In what way?
He said that it would be killed if it made it home. He said that it betrayed the cause of its true self and felt the righteousness of the giants, or something, really dramatic like that. He seemed to pity it almost a little, and then kind of not. Like at first it was pity, and then he was like, whatever. I thought maybe I could connect with it, but it seemed to have died.
Well, on the point of pity, I agree. It's stark contrast to the environment. Even fighting there, I was confused. We didn't want to be the ones despoiling that little garden of peace, that little solitary space.
We actually, I was intending to give it a burial. I planted my sword there. I did that because I kind of forgot, if I'm honest, but I also wanted to let you know that we were safe. And I forgot to do it prior, but I thought it was kind of fitting, letting you know that we're safe. And then another Warforged, putting it at rest. But it didn't see it that way. I think it thought I was desecrating its area, its statue, and its protected realm. And that's when we fought. But
Your Tash said something about it protecting some kind of holy site.
That sounds correct to me.
Well, I wish I could go into the tower and see that, but I'm glad I got to see whatever spirit was inside of it, even if
Yeah.
it was sad.
you know, I was thinking about it on the way down here. I really think that you know, it is sad. It is, but in a way, it is. It's always an inevitability, right? And you know, while that is always going to be sad, doesn't mean that it has to be sad in the way of wishing it was what it was before. We can acknowledge what it was, and I think at least if you saw the state of things, and then just knowing that everything's been here for 12 years, reversed and reversed and reversed, I'm glad that it's finally at rest.
Oh, what happened after that? What happened next?
Well, we found a store. In fact,
So right before the store, there was there's a rather pitched battle with a tentacular monster. You'll see. I don't know if Ethne is fully dried yet. But,
right, yes.
Kraken
How could I forget?
was really throwing us, or some of us, around, and was able to channel lightning itself.
Yeah, I thought
Or at least benefit from it.
using the realm of Key3 would have helped a little bit, but did not. Actually loved lightning. And we actually got some of that for you too.
Oh, some more. We're gonna have I mean, we do have a long journey ahead of us, so it
Yeah.
makes sense to have a lot of good food available.
Yeah.
You're
But
so
you know, just keep in mind we have a lot of
forward-thinking.
other food too. You know, it's not just, we have a lot of stuff.
Of course, you also need vegetables. And
Yep.
carbs, and not just
And other
protein.
meats.
Oh, I don't.
Well, just like, there's a variety, say.
I see. What kind of meat do you prefer?
Like,
Have you had dragon or kraken before? How do you know you don't like it?
if I'm honest, that is actually a really good point that I didn't think about until right now. And I might like it, I might love it. I really liked the purple worm stuff.
We also had shark for a little while. You liked
Yeah.
shark?
Yeah. It was really,
My mouth was watering.
exactly. Yeah.
We couldn't wait to put this into the bags of holding. Really, we have enough to feed an army. So
We didn't have enough room to get everything, so we did leave a little bit behind, unfortunately, but I think we'll have enough.
Amazing.
And then we found the store, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Then we found
No,
the store,
the next
and
door is the observatory.
Oh yes.
34. Says Ethne.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Looking into the stars, looking beyond, there was unfortunately a focus on some predictions that Rick was unimpressed with at the time. Star charts, personality associations.
I've always wanted to get my star chart read.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't.
When we end up exploring the tower again, those two, the garden and the observatory, I think it would be fascinating revisits, especially because there was this, one window into the the systems outside of the inner rings of our cyberspace. Looking beyond, I wasn't too familiar, but I imagine that the more the dragon hawk flies, the further out it'll explore. But I didn't learn anything about myself, unfortunately. Maybe
Okay,
next time.
I think that Roland is really into astrology.
Okay.
He offered to read my star chart once.
Well, then we'll bring Roland then.
I think the thing is you have to know where and when you were born, and I don't know that I was really born. I was created, and I don't know the exact time, so it's kind of
Maybe
hard to
you
read
have.
that one.
Maybe Eartash has some insight on the creation process. But
Do
we
you
did
ask?
clear it. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was asking if Toad asks Eartash that question.
Hey, Urtash, do you know anything about how would I determine when I was made so that I can get my star chart read?
The body would have been made by those that hold the mark in this age. The soul is much older and could be said to come from the earliest of times. Records that far back would be few and far between. He also,
Urtash, you're wrong. I've only been alive for like 20 years.
but the soul is much older. He also mentions one more thing to you in private that I shoot you a quick message about.
Secrets.
Hi, Cade.
Hey, what's up?
Hi!
How's everything been since during my absence?
Good. We just started.
We spent about 30 minutes pontificating about AI,
Oh, okay.
and we are in media res back briefing Toad on the towers.
So now that you watched the Nolan cut of the Odyssey, I can't wait for the Grok cut.
Yeah.
Grok.
That's gonna be it. Oh man. Better watch out, Nolan.
Closet for sure. But yeah, we've gotten up to the point describing the observatory to Toad. So I think all we have left is the the shop and then the penthouse.
Yeah.
Forgot you went to the shop.
And we got souvenirs.
Oh, you went shopping. What did you buy? Anything good? Did you get any herbs or?
No, they didn't have any herbs. These are mostly little curios. I had this. I ended up finding this little seeing orb that showcases sports and athletic events, I think. Some of these are still surprises to us. We were bade not to open or reveal them until we left the tower. And so we can find out what they do together.
Yeah, gotcha items.
That sounds fun.
All sorts of toys, little autographs. There were scrolls of autographs by, I assume, famous figures, though I didn't recognize them. And of all things, on that floor, the proprietor there had a ship that they could travel on to collect more wares. But I don't see a dock out here. So I'm very curious as to whether or not they were actually able to leave, or if they just have some exceptional magic to them. But we definitely made a profit, especially after stuffing a lot of the dragon's hoard into the bag of holding.
Oh, you took some of his gold. That's good. We just spent all of our money. So
Mhm. Oh, we have that back and more, I think. Not from the vault. The vault was short a little bit.
He hands you back the bag of holding. That
Toad
wow
reaches
has
in
no
and
weight.
pulls out a handful of dragon meat.
Perfectly
Yeah.
butchered.
It looks great. Good job.
It's all dark meat too.
Oh, delicious, I hear.
Mm-hmm.
I think it stays the most moist.
Mm-hmm.
The
Boys,
So we
people-
should have a feast.
problem with some people when they try to make their, roast dragon is that they do it all the same. But, the dark meat and the white meat, they cook differently.
Mm-hmm.
And you shouldn't really open the oven while you're cooking it and baste it. A lot of people baste it, but you shouldn't baste it.
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Let it self-baste,
Right. The dragon has its own juices.
Rick, I didn't know you were
Dragon
such a good
bastes itself.
cook. You should help me in the kitchen sometime.
I just watch, I was gonna say I watch television, but that's not a
on
thing.
the scrying
Yeah,
orbs.
it's
On the
Yeah, I
scrying.
watch the
Spying
scrying
orbs?
The cooking, I watch the cooking orbs every once in a while.
Eberron's Master Chef.
Mm-hmm. Is it the competitive cooking shows or is it the informative cooking shows? I wonder.
It's called.
Yeah.
It's something lame called the Silver Flame, and it's run by the religious groups, so you can't have certain
Mm.
types of meat, but it's excellent cooking.
Yeah.
Thanks for helping me world build, everyone.
And then after that, there was still a floor left, and it seemed like living quarters.
Oh, Irtash is home. That's where I was. Where I met Irtash.
Nirtash had really cozy quarters with a nice little bedroom, a living room, bookshelves, washlets. We didn't end up disturbing anything. Did Irtash want a parting gift? Anything to take away from that floor?
Irtash, is there anything that you need from the tower? Like your toothbrush or a change of clothes?
Can you ask him, is it his tower? Is that his room? It seemed like it was. Could have been someone else's.
He seemed a little out of place when I visited him in my dream connection to him.
It's
Irtash, that's not your home, right?
most certainly not. As quaint as that place was, it and I had no connection whatsoever. Which struck me as odd given how most others were brought to that dimension seemingly as a chunk of space and time, whereas I was brought to the tower distinctly separate from the space and time in which where I was at the time. So
Irtash says, nope, not his room.
Okay.
Also, weird that he didn't get a snapshot of his life for a floor and everyone else did.
That's kind of rude.
Yeah, not wrong.
Do you think the tower was made to trap Irtash specifically? And the rest was just like. I guess I just am so curious about the purpose of the tower, but it is weird that Irtash was trapped alone with no, snippet of time and space where he was, or they were. Sorry, Irtash, I should have thought of that before.
Maybe. The way the
I
dragon
mean-
reacted, I would say that sounds appropriate to that scale.
I was about to say the same thing. Dragon didn't like Eartash, that's for sure.
Well, dragons, have a different tower. Like, most of them have been kind of mean to us.
Yeah, fuck dragons.
True.
No, I don't think you should do that, Rick, actually.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so there were no answers to the tower, inside the tower. Irtash mentioned before that maybe the answers are outside of the tower somewhere, so
That's
disappointing, but
But we
Seems
conquered
like
it.
got-
Yeah,
it's
we
true.
did it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
and no one died.
Well,
Well,
What? Who died?
Dragon probably died.
Oh, I meant no one in the
He's
party
definitely
died. Sorry.
Okay, well, that's true.
Yeah. And the Kraken obviously died. Because
100%.
I have lots of Kraken meat too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So much. Turf and turf. When we feast, we should have dragon and kraken.
I'll take you disappeared.
Oh, whoops. Where'd I go?
Control Z. Control Z.
There you
Oh.
go.
Did you guys blink again, I'll take?
Oh god.
Any spiders?
Oh, I have to unlearn that magic. That's an evil. That is an evil spell. Meant to just trick me.
Altaic is going to develop an adversity system centered
Just
around
full on arachnophobia.
non-consensual teleportation and arachnophobia.
hmm
Well, it sounds like a really fun adventure. I'm sorry that I couldn't go, but I did make each of you a flower crown. So it puts a flower crown on each of your heads, including Ethne.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Are there
Definitely.
any exotic flowers native?
Oh yeah, what are our flowers? What flowers did you give us, or are they all the same?
They're all forget-me-nots.
Okay.
Toad felt sad and alone because you guys were gone an hour
we were
without
gone.
me.
We were gone for that long.
I just didn't know if you were ever going to come back, and what if something had happened to you and I couldn't get there to protect you. So anyway, I was feeling kind of sad. So except for Ethne's. Ethne's is made of cherry blossoms. I didn't want to harsh his vibe.
Honestly, fair enough.
I think you did great. We should bring them on more adventures.
Great addition to the team.
Well, I mean, not in place of me, of
Of course not in place.
Okay.
I just think. Now
I just was so bored.
Would you consider Irtash a? You know what? No, that's perhaps a rude question. But you know what? I think there's so much to learn. I didn't realize that figures like dragons would have such strong opinions on Irtash by name. I wonder who else will be able to recognize
Also,
influence.
I couldn't help but notice we're talking about Irtash in front of Ethne. I thought we kind of agreed not to talk about Irtash in front of anybody else, but I guess if we just swear you to secrecy, Ethne.
Yeah.
Gus ain't gonna like it.
Well,
Gus for sure shouldn't know. Right? Or is that
Mhm.
wrong? Valerian?
As
Gus will find out.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll have to tell people eventually. But yes, for now, we keep it between us.
Unless it becomes an issue, Ethne
Unless it
will
becomes an
hold it in
issue.
confidence. But he expects you all to tell at least Gus, especially since Ethne knowing something and Gus not knowing something is. Ethne's not super comfortable with that.
Ethne, do we need to bribe you? Do you take money? Should I give you gold or
The things
That'll
that's.
make you pick.
Hmm. Long walks on a beach aren't really possible right now, so.
You have nothing that Ethne desires.
looks a little sad at that.
No. I like to keep my desires hidden for
Oh.
the ones I am closest to. Maybe one day
Oh.
Man.
I shall tell one of you. After all these
Stephanie, who's
adventures.
your best friend on the ship?
Say it's me. Say it's me.
Can I guess? It's Mr. Blip.
Honestly, that's a good one.
I'm sure Sabina makes for a nice conversation partner now.
Thora and I have shared passions in certain
Ooh.
regards,
Oh.
and I shall speak no more.
Very
So
well
many
said.
stories.
Very tantalizing.
Fuck y'all.
I
Uh,
can't wait to ask Thor about this. I wonder if they'll be so close-mouthed.
I didn't realize I was running date everything. Let me change up the books I'm reading. Okay. All right. So, a lot of shit went down in the tower. A lot of questions unanswered. You got a fuck ton of loot. And you have, if my rough math is right, about 15 more days before the Dragonhawk is ready to depart. So, we can fast forward as much or as little time as you want, but now would be the time to prepare anything should you need it for the long journey ahead of you.
Can we go to the library?
Absolutely. I think that makes a lot of sense given all the information we have still yet to fully flesh out.
Yeah.
We gotta open our loot boxes.
Yeah.
God.
I want to see
Effie.
what's in this book.
Effie hands Toad the bag of gems, I think. Because those are for me. Effie can have the cards, but I wanted the gems.
Okay.
I see.
The gem rocks. Yeah.
Shiny rocks, thank you.
Yeah. Some of them look really pretty. Some of them look like they're obviously fake. Some of them may have some sort of use in alchemical creations. Don't really know. Can't really immediately tell all these stones unless you take some time to examine them or know someone who can understand gems and stones and things of that nature.
They're really nice rocks, Stephanie. Thank you.
You're welcome. Rocks are... Yes. I knew...
Rocks rock.
I knew one once that had an excellent rock collection. Of course, the walls knocked down the rocks during the process, but they were beautiful rocks when they were shining.
You're so mysterious, Stephanie.
I just have a lot of sex, Toad.
I've never had sex, Stephanie. I don't think I am interested in that, but I'm really happy for you.
Yeah.
Thank
Celibacy is celebrated in my religion.
I don't know that it's that. I think it's more just like, I don't know. I heard Thora talking about asexuality on the ship the other day. Yeah.
Well, if there's no temptation, then it's not really a virtue. So
Yeah. Oh,
whatever.
sorry. I won't touch your sword, Rick. I don't need to. I wonder if Effie could touch it. Would Effie touch your sword, or would it burn him because he has so much sex?
Effie seems like a good guy to me. That's not really. It's more like it's complicated.
And
Oh,
to find
I
out
can't
more
touch
code,
the
you'll have
sword.
to pay money.
Oh, right. You have to pay into it.
There's a subscription fee.
Yeah, it's a sort of. You gotta sign up for Sordo. It's an app I've got. spelled SWRDO.
He's like, so how am I getting back to the moon?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'd love to hang out, but also people are going to start asking questions eventually, and I do have things to do.
I guess we all should just go and teleport back, huh?
And then we could take the Juniper, maybe, or another ship back to the library.
Yeah.
It is nearing later in the day. If you'd like, you can teleport back and long rest for the night. Begin the rest of your journeys. Unless you choose otherwise.
Toad will leave some of the meat for the
Plasmoids.
plasmoids.
Okay.
Yeah.
They say that they will, which kind of meat are you leaving for the plasmoids?
The Kraken or
The Kraken meat, I think.
Okay, okay. If you eat the Kraken meat, they will mention that they will bring some to Temuro as well. So
Taurol?
Tauro.
Elrond?
That's right. I'm not looking at the
Tamriel.
screen. So, yeah. Yeah.
I was like, who? No. I think Toad is smart enough not to leave dragon meat on the dragon asteroid with our very nice green dragon friend.
That's why I asked. I figured as much, but I had to check. Okay. Anything else before you depart the tower and this strange asteroid?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Well, you are very familiar, so I don't know who's got the staff now.
I'll take those.
Okay.
Alright,
Sounds like an take job.
Display in chat. And then display this. Oh, hold on. That. Teleport.
Yep, so you're very familiar, so as long as you don't roll a 1 to 5, you'll be fine. For the most part. So.
Wow. Can I use my inspiration that we just got from recap?
You did get an inspiration for recap, please.
I'm actually super curious as to how bad. I suppose the worst case scenario is we're just in the void of space and can't breathe. Yeah.
Would be fine.
Teleport on to Larion directly.
Yeah, you know what? Well, we'll work on this. I'll take will use his own will use his own inspiration for this. Although I am still very morbidly curious as to what where this would have taken us.
You have breathing bubbles that last an hour, and then you have a spare one with Toad.
All right, here we go.
All
right.
God.
Okay.
I think Toad like grabs the staff and like points it in a different direction. And is like, no, not that way.
You missed a turn. You missed a turn.
Okay. All right. Actually, yeah, that's true because it's less than 25 is something really bad. That one would have been. Yeah, you would have been in space for sure.
Mishap.
Yeah, it would really have been a matter of how far away from the moon you were. All right.
Do we not have anything from Oleron? Like, do we not that we could use to we don't have to roll for it?
So technically what happens in the spell, at the very end it says, each teleporting creature takes 3d10 force damage and the GM rerolls on the table to see where we wind up. Multiple mishaps can occur.
Yeah, it would be a thing. Let's just put it that way. It would be a thing.
Gotcha.
I'm not afraid to adjudicate that should we ever get to that point, but you wouldn't like it. Let's just put it that way. Okay. All right. Luckily, we don't have that issue today. As you boof into the shipyard of Psyche Zalgith, the Githyanki Monastery, where your ship is currently being retrofitted. It looks like Oak Blossom is being put in she's in like a restorative aura as some of the wood is being taken apart from the ship itself. It's been, taken apart. Looks like some sort of enchantments are going on each plank of wood, and then reseated. But you see a calming calming expression. It looks like Oak Blossom is perhaps reading a couple books. There's a stack next to her. And your crew that is working seems to be working diligently. There appears to be some that are off on their own journeys, their own tasks, or maybe perhaps some downtime. So you arrived in the monastery. It is a little bit past dinner time. You can take a long rest and depart
Past
again.
time.
Yeah, a little past dinner time. So you see a couple folks moving a little bit slower. Maybe ate a little bit too much.
My belly's so big and full. That's what they say, right, as they walk by.
So much spaghetti.
Yeah.
Have I just been eating pasta the whole time we've been away?
When Toad is away, the pasta comes to play.
I was like, I could make pasta.
Just carbs on carbs.
Do I have to? We're taking a long rest, right?
Yes, if you wish to do so.
Nice.
I think
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah, okay.
What do I roll again, Chris? I roll a d20, right?
D20 for it's on the item
For my
itself.
exhaustion.
Yeah, I think it's on your item itself.
Let me look at it. Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, I'll pull us back to the Dragon Hawk.
Ear Cash's Soul Bond. Oh, that's really long. Hold on. I don't know if there are secrets on here. I don't want everyone to see.
Right. Give us the spark nose.
There is something that you may keep private.
a
if you wish to do
charisma
so.
saving throw.
Yeah, charisma saving.
DC 16. Okay. Okay, I'm exhausted still. No worries.
Where's F?
How long has Toad been exhausted now?
A couple days. I've been
It's a
with
while,
Ear Cash
right?
now
Yeah.
for 4 days. Yeah.
That's
After
rough.
his long rest.
Effney does level up to level 7.
Good job, Effney. So now it's campaign day 155, 17 Nim.
Mm-hmm. All right. You wake up in the morning, most of you refreshed. Toad, you're suffering the burdens of the spirit and the soul, hosting another entity with you. They're doing their best to help, but it is a heavy weight. And if you fail to save, you take on a level of exhaustion.
Oh, so I'm at 2 now.
You are at 2 now.
What happens if I reach 3? I die?
He just instantly.
How many do I die?
It is-
How many till I die?
It is 6.
Okay, no worries.
I have a greater restoration. I believe that removes a little exhaustion. So if it comes to it, I can unexhaust you.
2 is
To a degree.
bad.
Weird question.
1 is bad enough. 2 is the tipping point for sure.
Since Toad has to only go in off mode for 4 hours, could they technically do it twice?
There are technically rules of against long resting
Yeah,
amount of times
yeah.
and
Okay,
a single.
okay. I didn't know.
Yeah. Greater restoration does work, though, on exhaustion. That is, you were correct in that. So,
Don't worry, Toad. I won't let you die of exhaustion. I'll revert it so that you are just barely on the edge of it dying of exhaustion.
Oh, that's so
Self-care
nice
at
of
work.
you, Rick. I don't know how much that's going to cost me, but I would use the ship funds probably. Oh, speaking of, let me put the money in our ship.
oh, what just
So I
happened?
consider you an investment. So
Who just
you don't have to
deleted?
pay me
Who
anything.
just? Oh, never mind. I had a minor freak out. Ignore me. I thought someone deleted the Dragon Hawk. It's whenever. So sometimes when I'm looking down on the cargo deck or ship hull levels, right, the Dragon Hawk is usually right behind the main deck, and so when I'm looking at my screen, sometimes I notice oh, the Dragon Hawk's not there, and I have a minor freak out until I zoom out and look up on the screen. It's happened to me way too many times. Yeah, most of you wake up relatively recovered. Rick, I believe you're the only person on the ship that can cast Greater Restoration,
Yeah,
to my knowledge. Why is it?
no big deal.
Why are you weird?
Oh, can't just ask. Can't just ask why I'm weird.
No, I'm wondering why every time I click on one of your tokens, does it show a black screen when you click on the tokens now? When you're trying to
It
view
does for
things?
a second, and then
Okay.
it loads for me.
Okay, strange. Yeah, that might
Click
just be a
on-
bug on my side.
Oh, we gave all the copper to Valerian, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wherein you have 57 gold.
I think it's actually 34 gold. I think it was like 3,400 copper is what I wrote down.
Bless. Well, there you go, Captain. There's your pay. There's your
Rolling in it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you got 2 weeks.
What the hell do we do for 2 weeks?
I don't think.
I have this book. Gotta put more hours into it.
That you do. You can add. I'll give you 2 more hours for last night.
Okay. Puts me at 10 out of 48.
Damn, you do gotta study.
You could
How to
stay
make
behind
friends
if you
and
want.
influence people.
Important to learn. It's a very important skill.
It's 48 laws of power.
If we're going to the library, maybe it's a conducive environment to reading it.
Oh yeah, that's right. We gotta get to the library. The library.
My.
I love. Sorry, I was reading Eartash's item. I love that I increased my charisma by 4, and my charisma is currently 12. So
Toad, you seem cooler.
Toad's capability billows out behind them a little.
Yeah,
Is it because of how tired I am?
yeah,
Is
that's
that
what it is.
Cool. Is that cool?
You gotta
to
start
be
smoking
tired?
as well,
I don't have lungs. I don't really breathe.
so it wouldn't hurt you.
What kind?
It's perfect.
What kind of smoking? The satyrs smoke all kinds of things.
Yeah, they got the wacky tobacco.
They really do.
You should have one of those really long pipes. They gotta hold with 2 hands.
I could maybe make one.
Then you gotta also make yourself a way to inhale, I guess.
Maybe Mr. Blip can make me some lungs. But I kind of like not having to breathe. It's nice
yeah,
with space
no,
travel.
it's more benefits than downsides to not having to breathe, I guess.
I can't
You can't
I can't really smell things.
you can't rip big vape clouds,
Shame.
but you won't die in space. So
I'd say I can't breathe in any poisons at least. That's good. Like tobacco, Rick.
yeah.
What does your religion say about that?
I
Is your body
mean,
holy?
well, look, we are allowed to drink. We kind of hypocritical to say you can't smoke.
Oh, do I see any chewingas on the ship with my true sight? How's Toad doing with like true sight on the ship?
Oh shit. There is at times a whole foot between overlapping chewingas moving inside of the wood. Outside of that foot, you are looking at a sea of chewingas. And they are scurrying around about. It looks like they're assisting. Excuse me, pardon.
Ooh.
It looks like they're assisting in. Well, sneeze the yawn. That was
Okay,
crazy.
Wow. Go through
The
the whole motion, yeah.
whole thing. It looks like they're assisting moving some of the wood. So some of them are visible, and you can see them like through the planks of the wood. and then some of them are moving like inside of the wood. And when they move inside the wood, what you see is almost like a 2D projection on each plank of the wood. So it's like when you're looking at the wood, the chewingas appear to be like a 2D surface moving along inside of it. It's very mind-boggling. Even though you spent time in the lands in the Fae, it's a perspective shift that you're not accustomed to, and it makes you woozy for a moment. And you have to find yourself looking away.
Yeah, Toad, who doesn't have a stomach, gets queasy a little bit. And yeah, so many chewingas. I'm glad they've unionized. Good for them.
You do spot a card game being held by the chewingas down in the lower decks inside of the wood. And they have little cards.
Oh my god, Toad's gonna be so good at card games. I can see everyone's hand.
Hey, that's not fair.
Before you go to the library or after, you have an opportunity if you want to do any more upgrades to your ship or set in line any projects you want done while you're gone. I recognize y'all have a big old stack of gold.
Were there any other upgrades we were thinking about doing before we landed on what we did last time?
I can't think of anything. I got basically everything I wanted. The safe room, the protection from the psychic stuff. I think that's good.
Well, then I guess we will save our money. Actually, Chris, we're hoarding it. We're dragons now.
Yep.
We're dragon pirates.
Let it not be said you had opportunities. All right, very well. Are you heading to the library then? And how are you doing so?
How far is it from Zorantir?
It's about a half-day flight on the Dragonhawk. It'd be equivalent. It'd be about a day's journey on the Juniper, because the Juniper moves a little bit slower.
Before we leave, I was listening. I just couldn't respond. I would like to use some of our money to try to outfit us a little bit better.
Sure.
For any of you guys, is there something like armor or any weaponry that you would need?
I've got 21 AC and a really good sword, so I'm good. But I think some of you all could use some better armor.
I think we could use, maybe I give this to Mr. Blip 2 beforehand, or someone on Zorantir, the Dragon Scale, and see if we could make armor. I'm debating on if we make armor for me or if we make armor for Phantom out of it.
Oh yeah, Phantom's a little soft boy.
I think at least, if nothing else, I'll just I'll direct and use however much money we need to make armor, at least for, not maybe out of the Dragon Scale, maybe I will save that for me, but for like another armor, because I just have regular plate, I will give to Mr. Blip a directive to make armor.
Okay, like some barding for your... Okay. Yeah, so barding I can do. It's... What level of... So I'll tell you what the cost is. It's going to have to be organic armor. It can't be metal. So the best armor you could get is like hide armor equivalent.
Dragon scale?
Unless you do the dragon scale. The dragon scale armor can be done, but that would take... How many... What was the quantity that I said that y'all got? You write it down?
I did. You said we got... Hold on. 8 pounds of dragon scales.
Okay. So I can... Yeah. So if you approach Mr. Blip about making armor, 8 pounds is probably going to... If you want to make armor for Phantom, using the dragon scale, I think you'll probably need to use all of it, but it would be very effective. If you want to try to split that armor, it may do some good, supplementing others. But if you want to make it, I mean, he could basically 2 pounds of armor, or 2 pounds of the dragon scales can potentially add like a pretty good amount of extra AC, right? So like if he added the dragon scale, for example, to like leather armor, that'd be a +1 leather. So if you used all 8 pounds for your griffin, it would be the equivalent of a +2 hide armor, I would say. I don't remember what hide armor has for stats, but it would be expensive. But let me look.
That would look cool.
It would look
It
cool.
would
And
look
be
cool.
very functional.
I think it'd be cool if we matched. I won't lie.
What kind of armor do you have?
I just have regular plate.
Hide armor, AC 12 plus Dex, max 2.
Yeah, so AC 12 plus Dex. So what's Phantom's Dex? So if AC 12, AC 14, and then it would be +2, so you could get AC up to 16 for Phantom.
And that would be with using all of it?
That would be using all of it. If you used half of it, it would give you +1. So it'd give you AC 15.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'll do it. I'll have him. I'll use half for Phantom and then half for me. Have like
Okay.
a little matching
Okay.
thing.
Let me look at your sheet real quick. Is it basic plate armor?
Yep. The only thing I did to it is I could don it on and off.
Yep.
I had Roland and Shan.
Okay. I will say if you split the dragon scales, yeah, you can both get +1 armor. So we could say that Mr. Blip, alongside some assistance from Rowan in the enchanting department. Do you have any hide workers here? No, he'd have to get some outside help for that. So it's going to take 3 people. So it's going to take 2 of your shipmates, and then they're going to get an outside contract from they know some folks on the monastery itself that can assist. Okay, how much does plate armor cost?
Perfect.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get you the money cost, because
All
it
good.
is not going to be cheap. Wait. Oh, but that's in Monday.
Maybe as Mr. Blip is like talking about like how much it's going to cost,
Mhm.
Valerian will look at everybody and say, I know that that we've all put in a lot of work here. I would ask, first of all, who do we make our treasurer? Because I'm gonna need a little bit of money. We counted up, Mr. Blip and I, all the copper that I got, and it's about 53-ish gold, which is more than enough for every mundane stuff. Yeah, but guys,
I
I
think
think Toad and I are. I think I was gonna say Toad and I are like the co-treasurers at the moment.
Yeah,
But Toad has the bag of holding, so.
Well, all the gold's in the ship now, in our ship bank, except for my personal gold. But I think it's me and Rick. How much do you need, Valerian?
oh, I think Mr. Blip is calculating it now, but it's about, I would say, roughly 2450 for gold, and I'll use my 53 equivalent for the copper, and we'll get there.
Okay, well, yeah. What do you think of Toad? Like a 3-year loan, 25% APR.
I was thinking, should we do like one of those predatory payday loans? Where
Yeah.
it's like 300% or something.
Yeah.
What?
I've heard about those. back
Compounding.
in-
Yeah.
I'm here.
in Wayland.
I'm open to negotiation.
Just kidding, Valerian. You can have 2450.
Oh yeah, we were just kidding.
I will deduct that right now.
from my pay.
Yes.
Oh, that's fair. No, that's fair. That's fair. Get it.
It will be ready for both of you before you depart. So
Perfect.
you'll have it on your way out. I've got it in my notes.
I deducted the money.
All right, so you can get +1. You're gonna get some armor. I'm and a nice +3 AC bump for your mount. And gonna get dragon scale plate armor. Perhaps it has extra magical effects. Who knows?
Like resistance to fire. Toad will also mention we did get goggles of night and a crystal ball and a wand of wonder.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone wants any of those things,
What's the Wand of Wonder do?
I will display it.
Holy moly.
Holy.
7 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges and choose a target within 120 feet of you. The target can be a creature, an object, or a point in space. Roll a D100 and consult the following table to discover what happens. If the effect causes you to cast a spell from the wand, the spell save is DC 15. Okay. That's less than my spell DC, but I guess it's fine. If the spell normally had a range expressed in feet, its range becomes 120 feet if it isn't already. Okay, that's cool. If an effect covers an area, you must center the spell on and include the target. If an effect has multiple possible subjects, the GM randomly determines which ones are affected. Ooh. The wand regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn, so at least 2. If you expend the wand's last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the wand crumbles into dust and is destroyed. And then there's the whole table. I'm not reading all that.
This is really cool, though.
Ooh, petrified if you roll a 98 to 100. Interesting.
Oh. Oh, it's an attunement. It is attunement.
Yes. Any of you can attune.
I like 88 to 90 where you just shoot gems at them. And you just have those afterwards, I do believe.
In true gold dragon fashion.
Yeah.
I cast fuck you.
What are the goggles?
They give you, they're called goggles of night. They give you dark vision.
Boo. Boring.
I mean, I can't really see in the dark. I would love that.
Okay. You can have them.
Ooh, would they allow you to see through magical darkness?
No.
No, damn. Well, still good.
Chris, do you mind transferring the goggles of night out of the bag of holding to Valerian's
I sure will.
inventory, por favor?
Mm.
Also, we did get a Giant Slayer longsword too, so now we have two
did,
Giant
good.
Slayer weapons.
I'll
Huh?
take. Do you want to have the thing? The wand?
I am actually fully accounted for attuned items.
Reminder, you can attune up to your proficiency bonus.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, so yes, then I can take it. If you don't mind a little bit of chance taking place.
What is that? The
I'm
Wand of
happy
Wonder?
to play with it.
I will transfer. Now is it?
In the bag of holding.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it in the bag. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
And especially if you want to start kitting out some of our other crew members, like FD. You might also appreciate. There you go.
So we have 2 swords of Giant Slaying?
Wait, so we got the one that we looted from Teriarch, the longsword. The one that Toad had is a double-bladed scimitar, which is what
That was for dragon slaying, though, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. So we got one for Giant Slaying and one for.
Oh, sorry, you're right. We do have a Giant Slayer longsword. You are right. Yeah. Do you want that too?
Do you mind posting it? Hit it when you hit a giant with it. So a giant specific race giant. Yeah, I'll take that too.
Leave it in
Unless
your
somebody
weapon
else
hole.
wants it. Yeah, exactly.
Just collecting swords. It's almost like it's your thing.
Gilgamesh.
That's your horde. Swords and weapons.
Yep.
I don't even remember some of these things in your back of holding, Toad.
Yeah, I'm looking at this scaled ornament
Yeah.
that we have.
Yeah.
Nailed ornament.
Oh,
You want to clear out the bag of holding? Want to do a little?
Yeah, maybe do a little inventory here.
Toad's going through their
Yeah.
purse to see what's in here. They forgot what was in there.
Toad's like, you guys shoved a bunch of stuff in here.
We got a stirring, so we got a +1 bonus to AC. You can't be charmed or frightened. That's fucking insane. Someone needs to wear this.
Mhm.
But you
I
can't
guess
be
I ha-
charmed or frightened. That's crazy.
I guess I have an attunement slot, but this sounds better for Valerian, does it not?
I think Valerian gets charmed the
Does
most,
it
yeah.
require attunement? I don't know if
It doesn't say, yeah.
I don't see it that it requires attunement.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, and it's stirring, so it's rare too. Okay, that's amazing.
We also
+1
did
to
get
AC.
a crystal ball. Toad will hold on to that.
That sounds like a Toad thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
We already have
you
two
could
sides, so
yeah, the trucing part maybe.
hmm
telepathy
Toad
in
is
my
now pondering.
So cool.
Pondering the orb.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I'll take the scaled ornament. I'll wear that. That is amazing.
Little earring.
Oh,
Oh, is it
he's
an
getting
earring?
really regaled up. He's got a tiara of comprehending languages.
hmm
Scaled ornament.
Yeah, it can shape shift into any wearable accessory, and it appears to be fashioned from a dragon's scale, tooth, or claw. So you could go full dragon scale motif.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Maybe it's like a dragon scale necklace. You know?
There you go. There you go. Did I already give it? Okay. All right. I'm deleting it off the back of holding. Okay. Anything else you want to empty out of here, Toad? Functioning for the mod that is broken.
We did get 5 spell scrolls of Unseen Servant and 5 spell scrolls of Borrowed Knowledge.
What's
Oh.
Unseen Servant? There we go. An invisible, mindless, shapeless, medium force. Perform simple tasks at your command until the spell ends. Okay, interesting.
It's like an invisible familiar. It's a first level spell.
I will keep Druid Grove for myself.
Makes sense.
What else? What else did we get? We have gems. I think those are actually all the cool things that we have. The rest of them are like art pieces or gems.
Do we have like a bunch of meat and body parts in there as well?
Yeah, a bunch of meat. Oh, we still have the Cloud Kill spell scroll. If anyone wants
If
it,
we just
we
need to
have,
kill a whole room, we got that ready.
yeah. We have 1 potion of water breathing. We have 2 remove curse spells. We're out of greater restoration, unfortunately. We should buy some more at the library.
You should definitely get some more. You can use those on yourself and, stop being exhausted. What does it look like when Toad's exhausted?
Toad's like hunched over a little, and they keep their hood drawn up the whole time, and their eyes, they're like maybe a little less bright.
Aura farming.
Yeah, they just look like a mysterious little guy. But Toad's like double exhausted today.
Even more hunched over.
Chris, I just have a question about my Irtash Soul Bond. It says that there's no effect on a success. Like I gain 1 level of exhaustion if I fail,
Yes.
and then if I succeed, nothing happens.
Yes,
Is
because
the only way then to remove the exhaustion greater restoration?
No, because a normal long rest cures exhaustion. So that's why it would be doubling if you lose exhaustion, because if you do a successful long rest by rules as written, you remove a level of exhaustion. That's why it
Okay.
says it has no effect.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, you're not. You're not. It's a hard DC. I recognize that, but you're not hosed if you succeed. So, and you can see. Yeah, you can read the rest of the item. It is intentionally
I know that over time it will get better, but
and I'm leaving it to you to keep track of that for those purposes.
yes, we are on day 4 of 30.
Yep, it's a slow process. Okay, any other items shopping? You can do some shopping. Yeah, if you wanted to get more scrolls, you can get them at the library. If you wanted to change anything else to the ship here, you could change it here. You can also, if you wanted like more weapons and stuff, you can go back to, forgetting the name of the planet, the moon off the top of my head, but the Giant's moon.
Lauren?
No, not Eberron.
No,
Oh yeah, let me.
I'll go to
Remember?
the cyberspace map.
Ear.
Ear.
Yeah, ear. With the fire giants. Yeah, okay. So you put in the order for more armor, some item distribution. What's next?
Is it library time?
Library.
How you getting there, Juniper?
We because of the long rest, we do have the charges back on the staff, right?
Yes. So we could teleport there.
Toad's gonna pick up a rock from the monastery so we have an associated object so we don't have to worry about rolling when we come back to the monastery.
There you
Just
go.
like a rock off the ground. There we go. Hands it to Altaic. Here, this is a rock from Zorantir. We can get back here now. Really easy.
Are we sure it's from Zorantir? How do we know it's from Zorantir? Maybe it's something that we, another traveler brought. Maybe
I guess we'll find out when we try to teleport.
it'll be an adventure.
We have to get a new rock every 6 months, by the way.
Have to subscribe to new rocks every time.
Yeah, it's really weird. Captain Quolos keeps saying that they'll send us more rocks, but we have to pay 10 gold per rock.
Okay. It's not about the destination, but the journey. But sometimes we do just need to get there. All right. Do we have anything from the library that we'd like to anchor us there? Any scrolls or books that need to be returned?
We do still have a couple of scrolls that we purchased from the library.
Okay. So I'll take gold.
The remove curse spell.
That's perfect. Hopefully that will anchor us to the library and not. Hopefully it'll anchor us to the library. All right, here we go. 1d100.
Okay.
Not bad.
Was it the same as last time after you reroll?
I think the last one was 47. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It was close.
I'm just updating the teleport chart with associated objects. And I am putting the date you got these things on there.
Every 6 months.
6 months. I'm counting it as fresh for both of them because I'm not mean. And backdate, I couldn't even tell you when you bought those scrolls, so.
I think it's been less than 6 months because we're only like 150 days in, but.
Seems silly, I understand, to keep track of the days, but, we run a long campaign, so, 3 real years from now, we're like 2 years in the future. You try to teleport back to the library for some crazy thing. All right. You have no problem because you have an associated object with the 3 rings of Belgarak. And so you teleport, you boom, and you appear on the dock on the exterior surface of the three rings. Let me grab that map.
Can't breathe.
You are on the docking station, so
Okay.
yeah, you show up at the entry.
I wonder if everything's okay here. They're undergoing some repairs.
My foundry's being weird. Just 1 moment. It's a little laggy right now.
Uh-oh. Everyone's trying to teleport to the library.
There we go. Okay. So you teleport to the main common area, the main entryway of the Arcane Research Facility, known as the Three Rings of Ugarak. So, as you teleport in, I don't know why I'll take you're far away. Yeah, for some reason, I cannot manipulate objects. I imagine y'all have the same problem when it's like laggy, but you get the idea. So as you appear, same sense of knowledge and tranquility comes to your mind. Scribe Riatha kind of has a jump as you arrive, but once she recognizes the guests here, she greets you with a good smile and a gentle bow. Greetings, Andarians. How might the Three Rings assist today?
We're here to do some research, and I would like to know if you have a meditative space to do some in-depth reading. I have a little bit of a time limit on completing this tome here, and I'd like to make some headway on it as quickly as I could.
As friends of the Three Rings, I'm sure it could be facilitated. We do have some spaces that can help facilitate knowledge in a compressed space, compressed meditative state that may allow some assistance in this matter. Let me just
Wonderful.
clear it with the Archmage. What else may I assist with?
was
We know those
wondering if.
scrolls. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. We need to buy some scrolls of greater restoration, but also, I was wondering what information you have about the giant war, in the Age of Giants, like the war between the giants and the Quori,
I believe
or
we may have some books on the topic. I can clear that knowledge with the Archmage as well, as those are some of our more older scrolls. But given
I
that
will be
you...
very delicate, I promise.
Of course. Let me just ensure it with him. And what else? I heard scrolls?
Could we get how much are spell scrolls again? They're 100 gold per spell level or something?
Per spell level, that's correct.
And greater restoration is level 5?
It's a 5-er.
Yep. So they're 500 gold each.
I think we have so much money. Could we buy 4 greater restoration scrolls?
Give me one
Do you
sec.
have that many?
It is a commonly stocked item. One
Oh, good.
moment. Yes, we are well equipped on those scrolls. I believe one of our scribes themselves recently completed the most recent batch for them. So we do have 4 for sale, yes, at standard price. I know that is relatively expensive, but it is the cost of the enchantment, you understand.
Of course. I appreciate your ability to outfit us with that. Should we get some more Revivify scrolls too? Since we only have one of those left, or?
It's not a bad idea. I think we should. Maybe a couple. But do you have anything, per se, more powerful than a Revivify? If I don't have I don't. How do I? I have the body of the person I want to bring back, but I don't want them to be brought back necessarily in that body. Does that make sense?
I believe so. However, to my understanding, the third level Revivify spell is the maximum of healing magics that this facility possesses. There may be some scrolls of research into further levels, but I'm afraid we don't have that level of magic. If anyone may have it, I imagine perhaps your healer here may have something more among his people, as we are more arcane focused, but we may have some books on the topics, but I cannot guarantee. I'm sorry, I don't have what you're asking.
It's okay. I'd love to read some books. One more request from me, at least. There was, when we first encountered each other, way back when, I remember there was something that, something of maybe a little bit of more forbidden knowledge that the Brailish actually tried to get their hands on and have, of course, by you've set out, their memory wiped. I just want to be clear, they are attacking most any ship they see out in cyberspace, at least ours. So, by the way, that's a lie. But they're attacking most any ship out in cyberspace, and we're just. I just want, or maybe would ask if there is anything in that information that they were requesting or seeking from you that could help us protect you, or maybe even give you some protection in exchange. You would fly under the banner of Ondair. Of course, complete your normal transactions every day that you do already, but maybe we would set up and an outpost of some sorts and keep you protected from the Brailish or Karnath or any other entity that comes to mess with you.
Archmage Drakkar has made it clear on our stances of neutrality in the matters between your three nations. However, Braylon is no friend to this establishment, as their previous attacks on this installation have demonstrated their willingness to work with others in good spirit. I do believe Archmage Drakkar quite enjoyed them realizing and collectively, what's the term? The impolite term, part of my language, shitting their pants at the magnitude of spells Archmage was able to throw into the vacuum of space. He found that highly amusing. However, in our current guise of neutrality, we wish to keep it as such. And while we appreciate this second attempt to ally in a more formal nature, please understand we are giving you the best terms we have on the knowledge that we feel comfortable sharing with outsiders at this time.
That's fair. Just to be clear on my stance, is I feel that we are more than outsiders. At least our relationship has grown from, in my opinion. And I don't think that there is I think that one day there will come a time where you are unable to be completely neutral. And we are simply, and I hope that you know that from just your dealings with us, looking out for you. But I respect the decision. If that changes, you let us know instead. I don't want to bother you with types of things, especially since it is a policy that you have yourself.
Thank you for your respect towards our feelings at this time. We appreciate it. Anything else I can help you with today? Very well. Then I will speak to the Archmage on the matters requested. And I will, in the meantime, look into the scrolls that have been requested. And please feel free to make yourselves comfortable in our waiting room off to the side here. And as soon as I receive the permissions, I can bring you back to the areas that you're looking to go to. Okay. All right, so Scribe Riatha goes back to Archmage Dakar in regards to the request that you have. After about 10 minutes, you can hear some quiet conversations behind the door that's closed while they're having their private discussion. You hear some low mumbled voices that you can't really make out. But the scribe comes back out, and she says, "The Archmage welcomes you back to the Three Rings of Ognorak. Good to see that you're healthy and well, and we wish to extend our greatest hospitality to you available. And as such, he has approved your requests. The scrolls will be brought to you in due time once they can be assembled. Master Altaic, now is it? You will be granted access to our private reading areas, which is normally reserved for the scholars themselves. You'll find during the moments of reflection and reading, you can comprehend what is in front of you at an accelerated rate.
Ooh,
We ask that you maintain the privacy of these dwellings by not disclosing this to outside of yourselves or those that you work with closely.
the existence of this area, or the readings that that other users.
The existence, please.
Ah.
It may be
That's a
coveted
close guarded.
by others.
Well,
Additionally-
I'm honored by the trust you place in me.
Of course. Additionally, Xenoarchaeologist Toad, I understand that you were looking into nature on the previous war of ancient history against the giants. There are some that are going to be recovered for you. They will be brought to a preservation room where you can review them at your leisure. We just ask that you do not remove them from the rooms and allow an attendant to handle them, if that can be acceptable.
Of course.
Very well then. Well, if you will follow me, and for those of you that are interested in other items while I take these two off to the private rooms, please let me or an attendant know.
Rick, can you buy us 4 Revivify scrolls?
Yeah, I guess.
Thank you.
Okay.
How much is that going to be?
It's 300 GP each, is level 3 spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 1200 GP.
Damn. Okay. Let me get the calculator out here real quick.
Don't y'all have like 30 or 40k right now?
We have there's like 26k gold left, but we still have 3450 platinum, guys. We're okay.
Doing good. Spells cost a lot. Ship upgrades cost a lot. Money comes, money goes. Okay, so Altaic, the meditation / focus room, allows you to comprehend your 48 Laws of Power book and any other books in this room at an accelerated rate.
Awesome.
So basically, it's a 2-for-1. So every 1 hour you spend, you can knock off 2 hours of the comprehension of the book.
Perfect.
Yep.
Love going to the library.
Mm-hmm. And then for Toad, the giant boar, I'll get you that stuff. We're gonna take a break in a little while, in a second here, and I'll be able to get you the lore that you're requesting on that after the break.
Cool.
And then Rick, Val, outside of purchases, things you were looking for, anything else in particular you want to read? There's a lot of levels open to you.
There is, for me, would love to read for the Tome of Forbidden Knowledge.
Okay. They can offer you another private space that's less of a protection of the scrolls, but it's basically more so like examining cursed objects, potentially cursed objects. So there's glyphs in there to neutralize certain types of magics for careful examination of spells and scrolls and things that are known to, detonate in someone's hands or things of that nature. So they do, since they've already offered the meditation room, which is one of their most secret rooms, they reveal that they have this room as well and that you can use that free of charge.
Amazing.
So we'll get
Wonderful.
to that. And then Rick, anything else?
I don't have anything I want to do.
Cool. Okay.
Or anything more I want to do.
Gotcha. All right. Let's go ahead and go to break. Let's come back at 20. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. Toad, you got your note-taking tools out?
Hold on.
Don't worry, I'll go slow.
I'm ready.
Give me a second, because I got a few things to dump on you here.
Okay.
Cool.
We got wardrobes.
My fingers are fast.
And I can write you up something more if you need it, but I will just give it to you in vocal form. Okay, so you get handed basically the oldest scrolls, right? So on a scale of 1 to 4, how much do you want to read? Because it's a lot of stuff.
A Toad will read as long as we're here at the library. Toad will read.
You get the sense that it's going to take you multiple days to read over this stuff.
Okay. Toad will let everyone know that it will take multiple days. Valerian, Riatha says that it'll take several days to go over all the information that they have about the giants and the war. You all obviously don't have to stay here, but I think it would be helpful if while our ship is being worked on, I stay here and try to read through some of this.
I see no issue with that. Yeah, I think as big as that, war, deserves the attention much attention as you want to put it. Absolutely, no problem at all. Just obviously before the 15 days. But yeah, as long as it's inside of that, we're good.
Awesome. Rick, you like to read? You like book club? Would you like to read
True.
these scrolls with me?
Oh boy. Would I ever? Yes.
All right.
Oh, awesome.
So let's get this out of the way now then. So we're going to do a couple different investigation rolls. And that's going to dictate how much information you get over how many days. So
Investigation. Oh, I'm not gonna get anything. Okay.
you
I'm
can
ready.
you can use investigation. You can make an argument to me for anything else if you wish.
Oh, what a good question.
Reading comprehension. Do you have that stat?
Could I give you? No, I guess history doesn't really work.
I would accept history, and I would actually accept in this moment religion as well.
I'll do history.
Okay. Toad's rolling history. Rick, what are you
I will
going to
do
roll?
investigation.
Okay. All right, both of y'all give me a roll for the day.
Okay, now are we using 2024 or 2014 rules for exhaustion? I don't remember.
We're actually using 2024 rules, so it's for
Says the roll is reduced by 2 times your exhaustion level.
Yep, that's the 2024 rules.
So -4.
Yep.
I'm going to use an inspiration on that one.
Okay.
I get the feeling I'm going to need to be the high roller here.
Mhm.
Okay.
You know what? I'll use an inspiration also. Okay, I believe in myself. I believe.
Part of the cards.
Okay, hey.
Would you like an
Nice, not bad.
additional
Hey, that is not
inspiration?
bad.
All right,
I
so this
mean,
is the first day, so I'm going to give you the basics.
Okay.
This information takes you all day. So you can long rest. Told you have to do another save, but you can long rest after this piece of information. All right. So the gist of the papers that you are reading right now are from the dragon known as Velgarak. So Velgarak was the founding dragon of this establishment in the Ring of Severance.
Ooh.
So these scrolls date back to about 70,000 years. Very old scrolls. And these are his journals of his travels, his thoughts, his minds. He talks about in his old age that he's begun starting a journal to keep track of history. So you get the sense that Velgarak was old when he got here and when he started writing these journals. All right. So that's put your timeline of the knowledge that
Okay.
Velgarak has. Right.
Got it.
Now on the opposite end of that, all right, it appears that the journals kind of stop at about 39,000 years, right? So the way that the dating system has worked, right? Because right now you're in what, 1008 YK, so we're at negative 70,000 to negative 39,000.
Boy, that's pretty old.
Boy, that's old as shit. And that's where these journals stopped. Okay. There's definitely gaps. They didn't give you all of them, but they gave you what they felt is relevant to this time frame. All right. So his earliest journals are talking about the contact that they made. Well, actually, the initial journals from this time frame talk about how the dragons themselves have discovered another continent known as Kubara, right? Which is part of Corvair, right? And they are discussing issues that they're having at the time. He doesn't mention things by name. It seems like most of the journals during this time are cut, right? But that gives you the earliest time frame of that. That sets the time when he is starting his journals. At about negative 60,000, Wagnerak discusses making contact with the giant kingdoms of Zendrik. They're a relatively newer race, and they're discussing teaching these giants and sharing with these kindred spirits that they felt like they were kindred at the time some of their arcane magic and how receptive the giants are of this arcane magic. He is discussing the wonders that the giants are mastering, but he voices some concerns of his own personal concerns with the subservient species that the giants have used to their benefit in this young race known as the elves. So these initial journals are about the dragons making contact in Zendrik with the giants and teaching them magic at about negative 60,000. Okay. That's what you get for the first day. With that, we can take that long rest. I don't think anyone's used any spells today. But
Oh
you
my
get your
God,
spells.
I did it. I passed the
Yay!
DC.
You did it.
Good job.
Another day goes by. And you get your spell scrolls. Toad, do you have those in your bag that you can just add more to them? think you do.
Yes, I do. Hold on. I already added the
Greater Restoration.
Great Restoration, and we bought 4 more Revivifies.
Mhm.
Hold on. Foundry is freaking out.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of slow for me right now, too.
Got it.
Okay. All right, so your exhaustion goes down by 1. You're able to survive the night. You're able to get the rest and recuperation that you need. Crazy dreams. All right, let's get those rolls going. For you, Altaic, for your book reading, I'm going to say today, you guys started right in the morning. So each of these days, you're getting,
Mhm.
with breaks, I'm going to give you 12 hours a day.
Okay, so 12 hours, and it's is that already doubled?
That is not doubled.
Okay, so the previous day would have bumped me up from 10 to 34. And then I have 14 hours of reading.
So you'll be done on day 3.
Yeah, I
Okay.
7 hours before it's doubled.
Okay. All right.
Well, within the week time span.
Yeah, you'll be good. All right, Toad, I see your history check. Rick, if you want to give me your roll as well.
Would love to give you my roll. And I'm going to do investigation again. It's the same as my religion. Boom. Rick locked in today.
Huge.
All right. Give me a second here. I'm juggling between multiple different tabs of notes here, so making sure y'all get the right information. Okay. There is, at about the negative 50,000 timeline, discovery of these strange marks on the elves that seem to allow them to channel magical energy through it. And Vognarak is incredibly excited and enthralled by this discovery because he believes it has a link to the Draconic prophecy. So you interpret this as this is Vognarak's discovery of dragon marks. Rick, because you rolled so well and a dragon mark holder yourself, or not as part of a dragon marked house, you would understand that this predates when other races or any known dragon mark has been manifested in what is dragon marked history for your people and dragon marked families as a whole.
Are the dragon marks described like their abilities, or are they just described as like weird marks on the elves?
They are described as strange marks on the elves that seem to tie to basically what he quantifies as death energy,
Ooh.
which is not a known
Rick
mark
is-
that you know of.
Yeah, Rick has known some dragon mark holders, and doesn't sound familiar.
No.
I'm also wondering how the marks transferred. I mean, obviously, it's not just elves that got them.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
It's strange. So that takes up a majority of his time of trying to understand, and he is he goes through phases, you can tell by his journals, where he directly assists the giants or the other dragons in their projects on Zendrick, but he also goes through periods of seclusion and introspection. So he lives life, he maybe spends 100 years on Zendrick assisting, perhaps under disguise or perhaps openly, and then he goes away for 1,000 years. So he's definitely skipping through major points in time. And you can tell that from his reading and the way he's writing, you can tell when he lives and engages with the mortals, he's excited, and then it's clear something happens. Perhaps a mortal has died or something of that nature that really kind of brings his immortality back to him, and that's what makes him leave for some time. At the negative 40,000 time frame, he speaks of an invading force from the planes beyond. He speaks from horror that the children that he has raised and the magic that he has helped bring to Zendrik is being used not to better the peoples, but for war against these invaders. The ones that plague dreams and assist in contacting loved ones in helpful means have now turned against the people of Zendrik. And that is where you first see the name of the quarry. So the quarry war on Zendrik begins at the negative 40,000 date. Vognarak discusses assisting the giants to discusses a project to disconnect the means in which the quarry are traveling to invade, because they're losing the war itself. And they discuss, if you can't destroy the forces, can you go to the source? And he is conflicted in this action, because it would mean forever sealing away a plane from Eberron. Right. So, Vognarak had an active hand in sealing the plane of Dalcor. Dalcor is the plane of dreams. That is the information that you get on day 2. If you need me to repeat anything, I will.
It's not looking great for potential good guy living in your head right now.
I mean, if I'm made of Korai, does that mean I'm a bad guy? I think we should hold our judgment until we know more.
Fair.
Okay, let's get that long rest roll again. And another 12
okay.
hours for you, Altaic.
Wonderful.
Do you need
It
to
is
use one of
now
those
fully
scrolls?
read.
You know what? Because we're resting in between, we're not doing anything. Rick is going to cast 2 greater restorations, both my 5th level spells, to make
Oh
Toad
my
not exhausted anymore.
gosh.
Alright, so you start this. Well, yeah. You'll spend at least today. Yeah, we'll see how these rolls go. And I mean, we're in kind of this like pseudo downtime thing, so got it.
Yeah, finishes the text.
Okay.
Does the effect happen immediately?
The effect happens. Yeah, I'm gonna say it happens immediately because it's a culmination of your time and the kind of sitting down and processing and digesting is part of that time frame. So I think that that last digestion point is where you kind of hit the eureka moment in understanding your force of nature, your force of will, and what steps you can take to improve and how you can improve those things. And you've been doing those things.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
For flavor, is there a sense that this is guidance from like a particular person, like role of leadership? Like, was this written by like a Spelljammer captain, or
This was written by an Irwinarn from ages past.
Sure.
It doesn't credit the Irwinarn by name, but by the time you finish reading the book from the context clues you can put together, you understand it to be an Irwinarn. But it is a pen name on the book itself.
Oh, okay.
Another day of diving into the journals of Bognarak. Let's get those rolls.
Can I cast enhance ability on myself so I can roll with advantage?
You sure can.
I should have done that previously, but I will do that every day.
Okay.
I will also cast it on Rick. Well,
Okay.
actually, I can only concentrate. Sorry, I can only concentrate once. So, just kidding. Sorry.
Oh man.
So,
Well, your advantage roll kind of sucked. So
Yeah.
boom.
All right.
Skadoosh.
Skadoosh. All right. We are still in negative 40,000 YK. So the dragon's journals at this point weep at the opportunities lost of the eldritch machine that the giants have used to throw Dalcor out of planar alignment. He laments the loss of connections to the dead in the plane of dreams from years past, but he doesn't regret them making the choice that was ultimately theirs. But speaks to the devastation that affects Zendrick to its core and plunges large chunks of the continent beneath the sea. The devastation of this eldritch machine is unlike a scale of devastation he's ever seen. And as the years go by, the devastation gets worse on Zendrick. It seems like a curse has taken over the land itself, making it almost impossible for navigation of a menial means, meaning friends that get separated on the continent may never see each other again. There's plague sweeping through the land. And it is at this time that there's a conflict of morality that Ragnarok feels as the elves who were subjugated by the giants have used this opportunity to rebel against their holders. Because of the power of these marks of prophecy, he calls them, but you know them as dragon marks. These marks of prophecies have given the elves. They use this to channel strikes against the giants. And he mentions now, because you catch it, Rick, a second dragon mark appearing, the Spirit Keepers, working as scouts or perhaps even bards and couriers during this rebellion. You recognize Spirit Keepers as a pseudonym or synonym for House Fjarlin. So it's the mark of shadow. There is a moment in digging through the escalation where Vagnarak prays the giants don't revert to the dragon's technology in their quest for dominance and holding over their subservient race. The Eldritch machine was damaged in the usage to seal off Dalcor, but the giants have retained the knowledge of the workings of the machine. And he fears for the worst, that the giants are trying to use this machine again. And it is at this time Vagnarak takes an active hand in stopping that act. And he rallies the support of other dragons to attack the giants in Zendrick. Their once allies are now their foes, to stop them from committing genocide. And he laments his previous friends in the Giants and the collapse of their civilization. And this collapse and this rebellion occurs at about negative 39,000 YK. He, at this point, begins discussing isolation to a degree that he would never feel like he must take an active hand in dooming a civilization again, even if it's for the good of society. And it is here where he begins to discuss leaving this planet. Give me one more roll from the both of you.
Well, it's on Toad.
Oh, that's not very good. Wait, I didn't. I didn't roll at advantage.
Yeah, you
I
can
will
roll with
one more
advantage.
time.
Okay.
Is this the third 2 you rolled today?
Toad,
That was very funny.
as you're seeing the discussions of the lamentations of Wagnerak of dooming a civilization to ruin and collapse, and the pontifications of that, Wagnerak discusses the devastation between the rebellion and the collapse of Dalcor. And he expresses sorrow for the second and third hand effects of these battles and the devastation of the machine. And he laments the loss of the Aventi people in this time. And that he hopes by leaving this planet, he may find some of those people, perhaps. If anyone is deserving of his re-engagement into civilization proper, the people that deserve it are the Aventi. So you're seeing this picture of the dragons playing a role in the Giants' rise, but eventual fall in their attempts to subjugate the elves. The last bit that the Wagnerak includes in this number of those who have been wronged and in his regrets is the Kori spirits that were forced under subservience of the Giants as well, via their war machines that forge the spirits of the Kori to the biddings of the Giants. And that's the information you get from the Journals of Wagnerak. And I wrote that, I spoke that last sentence in a way that he spoke it. But that is the termination, that phrase you can piece together is where the phrase Warforged came from.
Okay. How does Irtash feel about all of this information?
Can he confirm or deny?
Irtash is... Make me an insight check, because he's going to respond. We'll see what you pick up on. Is that a blind roll?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Okay. Irtash allows the dragon his own perspective of the axe. And he agrees that the giants were a threat in a self-fulfilling prophecy of why they were not to be allowed to rise to power, because Vognarak just confirmed to Irtash, because Irtash wasn't present after the Quarry War, his last remembrance is the war. So Irtash at this moment will tell you that he distinctly recalls attempting to stop the giants from using the Eldritch weapon before he was moved to the tower. They were moved to the tower. He uses the royal we. So you have now put a point. Irtash was around at this point in time, in the mind and spirit and body that he is today. So 41,000 years later is when Irtash got pulled to.
So he was pulled out of time, not just out of space. He was pulled out of time into the tower.
Irtash distinctly remembers the weapon. They were attempting to stop the weapon, and he suspects that he was there present on the battlefield when the weapon was fired. Because they remember a flash, and that's when they were in the tower. So, Irtash laments the loss of your home because the giants did this to us. And the dragons have had this power for millennia, and they chose not to use it because it creates tragedies like this, and it gives a race a power boost that makes them feel as if they are immortal, and then they rule the world, and that breeds strife. The giants were their own folly. And Irtash tells you that through the dreams of the giants that were seen by the quarry, they saw this darkness in them. Because he reveals to you, they reveal to you that in the plane of dreams, the dreams of all who walk on Eberron are visible to spirits such as you and them. Right? The quarry are naturally able to walk freely in the plane of dreams and can see all of the dreams. So they get a full picture of what's going on Eberron through the dreams of the waking world around, the sleeping world around them. And they saw this corruption in the giants who were rising and learning this arcane magic from the giants, and saw it as a casus belli to remove the threat to greater civilization of Eberron as they knew it. They saw the giants as unfit rulers, based on what they saw in their dreams. So,
And that's why they attacked the quarry.
yes.
See, Rick, I don't know that they're bad. They were trying to stop something horrible. I mean, war is horrible, but I don't know if the quarry are the antagonists. You know, I think they're just two sides of something horrible. Is this the first time that Warforged have been mentioned so far in the past? Like, is there any, like, does Toad have any knowledge of, like, this ever being mentioned before? Or is Toad's understanding of Warforged, like, that they were created by the Decanus
That's
for the
exactly
last war?
that is exactly your understanding and everyone else's understanding in the common history of the world of Eberron. These previous giant mage warforged are not in any. This is new information coming from a dragon from 60,000 years ago.
Rick, do you think that I know that it's a secret how Warforged are made, but do you think the Decanus found evidence of these previous creations, like the one you saw on the tower, and that's where the idea of creating more beings like me came from?
What is, like, so only the Decanus know about how to make Warforged, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Until
yeah,
now,
Toad.
that was your understanding.
Yeah. I think that's got to be the case, Toad. I mean, it certainly wouldn't be very good for their PR if it was found out that actually they didn't even invent them.
If previous Warforged were made by subjugating the spirits of Quarry, Irtash says I'm a fragment of something. Did they find more Quarry and rend them into pieces to make Warforged? Am I just a piece of something greater that I've lost?
Oh, that's a big question. I mean, we don't know, I guess. Do you feel like you've lost something? I mean,
I hadn't before, but I feel more complete now that I have Irtash. So I guess I do feel like I'm missing something that I didn't know I was missing before.
Well, this is a little upsetting.
I think this information would be good for people to know.
I think pretty much everything we've read here needs to be reported.
Okay, and then this weapon that does Toad know where Zendrick is or was?
Yeah, Zendrick is a continent that still stands today.
Okay.
So you've got Corvair. So the big ones that you would be concerned with is Corvair, which has the old 5 nations of the last war and the new nations that have formed from that. You've got Sarlona, which has got Ridrin, which also you now know has some Quarry there. That was the previous continent of Aventus. And then you have Zendrick, the former land of the giants. It is, there's some coastal civilizations, but it is, in today, a jungle of chaos, and the curse that they speak of, the Traveler's Curse, in which navigation on the island, or on the continent, is a nightmare, because where you try to go, you end up somewhere else. There's a few others. The continent of Argonisson, which is the land of giants, the land of dragons. And it is not welcome to outsiders. There's a few other continents, but not relevant to this discussion.
Toad will also point out the pieces about the Adventi people to Rick. So I guess we know why they left now. And approximately when they left. And I guess we don't know how they left. They must have had some kind of Spelljammer technology, of course. We have met them, or like their descendants, so...
Yeah, they might want to know about this too. This could be interesting to them.
I don't think your Tash is a bad guy. I think the Giants were bad guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm coming to a conclusion of as well.
Thanks for healing me, by the way. I feel so much less tired.
Yeah, I know. I noticed you were like skulking around. You had like a big hunchback. It was weird.
I just also was like walking really slow, shuffling my little feet.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of cool actually, but in like a dark, twisted way. So I had to, get you better.
Thank you.
Anytime, except not literally anytime. I can only do that a couple times.
Yeah,
That's a big spell I had to cast on you.
Irtash thinks that with enough time, I will eventually get used to it, and I won't be so tired all the time. But that will take some time for me to adjust, and so hopefully while we travel to Lervion, I can work on that. And
Yeah, we need you
not
at
be so
100%.
tired. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of the sneaky one in our group. And I'm not sneaky.
Yeah, that's the problem. So if you can't sneak, I mean, we're screwed.
Rick, I have to ask you to do something that you may not like.
Oh no.
I think this is good information for people to know, but I think we should be careful about who we tell at first, and until we have more information. I don't know. I don't know who to trust. I know you're like big into like supporting Ondair and stuff. But just a reminder, Ondair also had Warforged.
That's true. No, you're right. What do you think's the harm of telling everybody, though? I mean, what if we tell everybody, like literally everybody? We make this like publicly available.
Well, I'd like to. I think it might be good in the hands of some people back on some beings back on Eberron. I haven't figured out who yet.
Okay.
But I have a plan.
Okay. I'm putting my trust in you.
But I think we should definitely tell Valerian. Do you think we should tell Altaic? I know he's not Alaric, but do you think Alaric knew?
About how Warforged were made?
That I'm a fraction of a soul?
It would be pretty upsetting if he did know that. He didn't tell us.
Okay. I'm tired. I've been reading for days.
Yeah, my eyes hurt.
My eyes don't hurt because I don't have any, but man, the holes around my eyes. You have bags under yours.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess where do you think Valerian is? We just like left him alone in the library for a couple days.
Yeah, what's Val doing?
What's Larry been doing?
He is opening the book of the forbidden knowledge, I think the first day, and then probably whenever he realizes it was a scam, getting very sad. Just reading up on probably Irwinar and shit.
Oh no, you get a sense that there's some magic here. In the Tome of Forbidden Knowledge.
Well, that's 100% what he's doing.
You get the sense that
yeah,
the knowledge itself is part of this. The knowledge itself is in stealing the nature of gods at cost. And that one that attunes to the knowledge in this book may gain blessings from the stolen bits of divinity. Should you so choose.
Okay. Yeah, I would absolutely, Valerian would absolutely read that.
Okay. Why don't you roll me a D100, please?
That good or bad? If it's bad, I could re-roll with an inspiration, perhaps.
As you attune to this object, because you have to attune to it outside of the room that you were in, you attune to it, you feel this spark of stealing something that you're not supposed to have, and you feel more knowledgeable in something. There's a choice. Pick a skill you're not proficient in, that you wish you knew more about.
Ooh.
I would say probably deception.
Okay. You feel that the knowledge imparted onto you grants you proficiency in telling lies when need to be told for the purposes of your role in this party. You are now proficient in deception. I'd like you to roll me another 1d100. You feel the cost coming. And the cost is your mind being flooded with these tricks of the tongue. But it burns in your brain. And you take 80 psychic damage as you attune to this item.
God damn.
A living though.
We are living.
While you are attuned to this artifact, you retain your proficiency. And we'll make it a natural item after this session.
Okay.
And that's all you feel for now.
Yeah, I think Valerian just like reading it and just like his nose starts bleeding and then his eyes bloodshot and then they start bleeding a little bit, and that's the manifestation of the damage he's taking. And yeah, I think he after it's readily apparent that the splitting headache is getting worse and worse and worse and worse, he will probably follow meditation room just to sit in complete silence and darkness, if you can find it. And yeah, he is out for the first day.
All right. Okay. And we knew Altake was reading the book. So, is there anything else? I think Altake, you would get the last day, and Val, you would get the last 2 days. We'll go with Altake first.
Yeah. Having completed this is let's see. Now that he's read the Tome of Leadership and Influence, I guess he'd like to try to use all these new lessons. Who here would he speak to? Yeah, I suppose, he's the scribe is the person who was arranging things for the Dragonhawk officers. So yeah, I think he'd. I think he'll try to get to learn more about the Scribe Rialta.
She's pleasant. She's an attendant who handles guests that come. A more prevalent role in the past several months. It's a position of knowledge and a guiding hand for those in the facility. She seems to enjoy that she is the first among many a line of her lineage to be able to perform all aspects of her role, as guests are now returning to the Three Rings. But with that breeds strife, and she is more so vindictive against Brayland, and seems to hold a grudge, although there were no losses. But you get the sense that she holds a grudge against Brayland. What else would you like to know?
Impressive.
That's what you get without a roll.
Is there a reward, perhaps, for holding the Brailish accountable, or perhaps a particular ship or captain?
Make a charisma check for me. Perception, deception, whatever you want. Or persuasion.
Okay.
You know what I meant.
27 and 19, or roll a 17. Whoops.
So you get the sense from her conversations that they are learning a lot about Brailish culture after their fight. They're learning a lot of information about how Brayland operates and who they are as a peoples. And she is not impressed with the information that they've been able to discover. You get the sense that that information is coming from a first-hand source or sources.
Gotcha. What were the Brailish? Were the Brailish after something specific? Were they aware of a particular goal in attacking the this installation?
She's under the impression that they were doing it for the knowledge here, more so than the knowledge that Archmage Drakkar has allowed to be given. The Brayland are a deeply distrusting and corporate nation, and she suspects they were in it for the profits that could be gained from the knowledge learned from this place, and that they could monopolize it for their own national usage. Or perhaps, as she suspects, the benefits of a few in power.
Okay. Well, if I wouldn't want to speak for the Dragon Hawk crew. I don't have even a semblance of that authority. And of course, they've been able to defend the library incredibly by themselves. But if they ever want, perhaps, adventurers to seek out other solutions or to perform some sort of a field research or recovery, between our captain, our well-read cleric, and our xenoarchaeologist, we would be uniquely well equipped to to not only further the library's goals, but to appreciate the scope and the care of knowledge they've taken.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Hell yes. Ooh, that's a nat 30!
How the hell? 20, okay.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Archmage Drakar has
Amazing.
been
That's huge.
lamenting sending some of our members off on scientific expeditions based on information gleaned from conversations with people such as yourselves and other nations. However, I will put it to him the possibility of perhaps some agreements that could be made for joint research that will further our institution as well as your scientifically minded individuals. It will not be today, but we will be in
Wonderful.
contact. I feel he may accept this option more than sending out our people who have no experience in the real world. There may be some grounds here.
Wonderful. We eagerly await both news from you and from the Archmage Drakar.
Okay.
The book really does work. Yeah, I think Altaik is going to happily go back to. We'll find the closest crew member or officer. Wow, the tone of leadership, the Irwiners, they really understood what it took to communicate. What is their legacy?
That is the question, isn't it?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, Val, you've got 2 more days.
Yeah, I think Val is kind of just like, browsing here and there, but gets really interested in what I'll take getting into.
On that last day. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you can all long rest for this last day. Cover all your spell slots. Recover that. You've had now 2 days to long rest, Val, so you can either push the button twice or do what you need. But I believe that brings you back up to full health.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else you wish to do now that we're back on? I think we've got, 11 days, 10 days left?
We should have 11 days left because we spent 3 days here. We had 15 days. So we should have 12 days left.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Where to next?
But it's 5 days, right? Because it's 1 day travel back and forth, or did we teleport?
Oh, that's right.
teleported.
We teleported here. Yeah.
You teleported. And have those charges back.
I think the only other thing Toad will do is offer like the library to look at the art objects that we have and see if there are any that they're interested in, like if they mean anything to them.
Okay. I will make a note of that. I will go through your bag of holding and I'll adjudicate that out of session. See if there's anything that they might take off your hands. Likely, they're definitely going to take something. It's a matter of how much. Okay. All right. What else? Or if nothing else, where to next?
Where to next, indeed.
Do you want to explore or try to find the counterpart to the tower? The giant territory?
I mean, we should. But do you think that we could get that done in 10 days?
We've done a lot in a little time.
It's true.
If we break it down, how long would it take for us to get to an approximate area just by traveling? Cyberspace with travel times. Let's say we teleport back. 'Cause I don't know how much Altaic is familiar with.
Zendrick?
Yeah.
Zendrick is on Eberron proper.
And we can't teleport on to Eberron because of the ring of Cerberus. That's what I wrote down for the Voyager staff.
And that is correct. And also, the Juniper would have a hard time navigating through the ring of Cerberus. It's smaller, but it could be damaged a lot easier. If you recall, it's a massive asteroid field you're flying through at that point.
God.
Could be done. Could be difficult. You have resources of your nation. You have the observatory in the Three Rings of Ognarak. You have allies.
What's the plan, gang?
I think of what loose ends we have.
The only other thing I could think of as far as loose ends would be the asteroid that we buried up with Talai.
Oh, you've also got the Red Saber as an asset to explore Zendrick as well. This is the one shot.
The only thing I have to do is Toad will ask Glaven Lockett who they should smuggle the sending stones to.
Oh.
And facilitate that.
Okay. Okay.
Also, I think Toad and Rick tell Valerian and Altaic what they discovered in the journals. But Toad similarly cautions restraint to them. And I think Toad also side-eyes Altaic the whole time.
What did I do?
I think Toad sees Alaric in the smoke and is feeling some type of way.
Understandable. I mean, if you want, we can. Maybe there's a way to recover Alaric, and maybe he'll have more answers than I have about the Decanids. I don't think that the Tower of Cosmodon. Oh no.
Comad Miraz.
Of Comad Miraz, there you go. If Comad Miraz is going to lead anywhere, unfortunately, I don't think there's a time-shifted version of Alaric within the floors. But we could find, some other way. We still have the soul. I mean, the worst idea would be to go to the Decanids to ask them what they think about it. But
I would happily accuse the Decanus of crimes.
We could use this. And Toad, I know that you said that you didn't really want to tell a lot of people. Disagree. But we can use this against twins. We can make it so we don't have to give over the ring at all.
I thought we weren't going to give over the ring anyway.
Yeah, well, until we're ordered by, we're ordered by royalty to do so. Then we have to, as agents of Undead. And the thing is, I know you have your apprehensions about Onder, but I trust Onder intrinsic, wholeheartedly. Now some people, there is a very good argument to make that we should have caution And I think with everything, especially with this, should have caution, because I think this is very. I feel like it's more than sensitive information.
I don't trust the prince because he's in bed with the Decanates. They're here together. They tried us together.
Of course. And that's just how on there works. There's always a tribunal. Of a tribunal, there is always named houses. I wouldn't say that he's intrinsically entwined with them because of that.
But who's to say that he would do anything with this information? That he wouldn't just cover this information up? Or try to arrest me or Rick or any of us for knowing this information that they've tried so hard to protect and keep secret. And also think of the implication of Warforged finding out that they're fractions of souls. That's hard it's hard for me to process. I can't imagine laying this information at the feet of beings who are just experiencing freedom for the first time in their lives. And not even freedom. So many Warforged are still subjugated and treated as lesser than.
But that's what I mean. Is that we could use this to further the cause instead of just keeping it in the dark as they want it.
This information belongs in the hands of other Warforged, not in the hands of those who are already in power.
Yeah, and that's what when I say that we tell the prince, I mean we tell it in a public setting, right? And we make it so that everyone knows, because this is information that we could use to further our cause, Altaic and Alaric, and getting a body back for our friend. And with the other things going on, and I'll just kind of give a little extra stare to Toad about see if they pick up on it. But with the other things going on, use this. Help. And I'm not saying that we do it right now or that we do it at all, if I'm honest. But this is just my initial thoughts.
Well, I think there's a fun thread that we could follow here. There is some sort of hideaway of Warforged that's currently convening. We haven't visited, correct? Maybe we could pay a visit then.
We'd have to get to Eberron.
That's an Eberron.
They're converging in the Mournland.
We could send the Red Saber and maybe get some information that way, or just send Leave and Lock It, or there's plenty of other ways. But I agree with you. I think that they want to cover this up, and we do what we can to prevent.
I hear what you're saying, Valerian, and I respect that you have such fierce loyalty to Ondair. But this information pertains to my people. And I think that it's my people who should be in charge of this information. And I think that if we could smuggle this information onto Eberron, into the hands of the Resistance, they can determine what to do with it. They can make more noise than we can.
Think so? You think that the Warforged on Eberron can make more of an impact than the official appointed agents by the Ondarian government?
I do not want to tell the Ondarian government what we have found out until the Warforged know.
I don't disagree with that at all. I think that is completely. But in my mind, I think the more people know, the better.
I think that some knowledge, just from reading one book, I feel like knowledge is very powerful, and It feels like we should give the this new enclave some time to consider and ruminate what they want to do with this information. It may be existentially challenging to digest, but it's the truth
I also
as far as we understand.
worry about the implications of Warforged were freed because we're understood to be beings with souls, just like any other person on Eberron. Who's to say that those in power won't see that we're fragments of souls as another reason to subjugate us again, to make us lesser than again? I do not trust those who are in power, but I do agree with Altaik that this information belongs in the hands of the people who it affects, and that they get to decide what to do with it. Not us, not you, not the prince, not the decanus, not any of the other dragon-marked houses, but the people who are actually impacted by and affected by this information. Let them have time to process. Valerian, let me have time to process.
Of course. Listen, Toad, I would never do anything without saying something to you. Of course. Anything I say is just merely a suggestion in that essence, in the first place. But that was just my initial thought. I'm not going to do anything. This is completely your project. You're in charge of this. This is information that you found. That we can prescribe or give away or don't do anything with as you see fit. I trust you. So whatever we want to do, my only thing was, that we need to get as many people to know this information as possible, because you think about the people in power. I don't disagree that that a lot of them, I mean, look at the Decanus, right? The twins that we talked to didn't seem much interested in the well-being of Onder more so than their own personal interests. But I also think of people university that are also in power, that will absolutely do what they make the biggest, loudest noise that they possibly can, to ensure everyone knows about it and that something is done. But again, anything I suggest or think about for this stuff, it is just merely a suggestion. I'm not going to do anything without you. I'm not going to do anything without your directive. Because I'll just say this: that the way that you don't trust the people that are in power, I could say the very same for the people that want the opposite of Onder's interests. There are good and bad people on every aisle, every side, every avenue that you look at. And I think that there is... The one thing I do know is that I trust us. Okay? And I don't want us to get put in a situation where we're trying to do the right thing again and again, because it happens to us again and again. And whether inaction or action happens and it causes something more harmful.
No, there are unintended consequences, and that's unavoidable. But
a lot more unintended consequences. Unintended consequences is hand-waving the bad things that have happened or will happen to people. For example, Scalig.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't necessarily think that we're going to be doing it's going to be as bad as that, or it could be worse, right? But it is important that the people I know that will do the right thing, that I trust, are in charge of what happens with it. And right now we are.
Give me time. Okay, this is
It's all you.
This is
I'm not doing anything.
hard information to digest, and I think that my people deserve to know it before anybody else. So please let me go through the channels to get information to those who are leading the resistance or rebellion or new faction of Warforged first. I don't know who's in charge. I don't even want to just give them the information. I want to talk to them. That's the reason I am doing what I told you about
Right.
back on Command Mirage, so that I can build some kind of connection with them to determine if they are good or not.
Absolutely.
But I don't think we should sit on this information forever, but I do think we should be careful. It's precisely because of Scalic that I want us to be cautious, because we were not cautious with information when we gave it to Scalic before. We should be cautious with this information. This is not just like, oh, we have people, we have ancestors, we have a history. There are implications and accusations that need to be leveled at the decanates. And the only proof we have are these decaying journals. And they're just the words of one dragon. Who's to say that they don't write it off or come here and destroy the library? We don't know what they will do with this information. I think we need to be careful with it, though. I do not think we should tell the prince. I do not think this is a bargaining chip to keep the Ring of Mind Shielding, to keep Alaric's soul with us. I do not like the implication that you want to use it in that way.
I hear what you're saying, but just as the dragon is with Scalic, it was the information that we gave. This is a different beast. This is politics. This isn't if we tell this person, this dragon, he's going to wipe out a civilization. This is politics in the sense of there will be allegations leveled. Let's say that we follow this to the conclusion, right? There will be allegations and a tribunal for the decanate as well, and absolutely they will hand wave it. They will say that it's falsified and all these other things. And it is a lot easier for them to do that against people who are a part of an organization or in a spot that innately want to work against not against Ondare necessarily, but against some of Ondare's interests, and specifically against the decanates, as opposed to it coming from us as well. So again, I trust whatever you're going to do, but I will do anything, to be very clear, I will do anything to get Alaric and I'll take back.
Maybe we can close some of these loops. It seems like we need additional information, and perhaps Alaric could have access to, if not insight, into verifying or some of these claims made in this journal. Maybe we could try to find how you mentioned Dalcor out of curiosity in this when describing these discoveries out of curiosity?
Yeah, I think Toad would have not held anything back from the party.
I have a few thoughts. One, perhaps we'll glean some insight from the sealing of Dalcor. That's one. Two, this dragon, whoever was maintaining this journal, perhaps there's more or others who are studying their discoveries, and three, perhaps they're powerful enough to restore Alric and also create a whole body for them.
Yeah, no, we should, and I even tried in the last couple days that we were there to figure out any information about how to bring Alric back, but in a separate body or duplicate your body and whatever that looks like. But yeah, absolutely.
I think it might be helpful to contact the Aventi people.
I would love that.
If anyone has more information about this time period, it would be them, because they were there. And we're heading out that direction anyway to go on this, assassination mission, this starting another war mission.
Yeah, I mean that's also a reason I think that we shouldn't sit on this stuff, because tomorrow's not promised. We are officially a fighting warship. Officially. We are going to a planet and infiltrating an asteroid where no one has ever come back from. There's a good chance we all die. A good chance. And if this information dies with us, it would be worse. It would be a worse tragedy than the entire Dragonhawk.
This information will not die with us. I will get it into the hands of the Warforged.
And I'll wait your direction with anything else. Be clear. I will. This is yours. But again, this is politics.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things. You said you don't like bargaining chips, but that is all politics is. I'm not saying that we give this information over and agree to be quiet about it in exchange for the Ring of Mind Shielding or something silly of that nature, because this is one life versus thousands, hundreds of thousands.
If I see a Decanith, I can promise I won't punch them in the face.
Yeah, but you can't see that's. Do you not trust Alaric?
I don't know.
Alric, I'm
We
sure that Alaric deserves it, but
yeah, we traveled with Alaric day and night. We ate, slept, breathed together. Alaric gave his life to save us, not just once, by the way. Every time that you, Altea, got stronger and stronger was because Alaric was giving more and more of himself as a person to save us. Any person that would do that, I absolutely intrinsically trust.
Don't act like the only motivation Alaric had for embracing the tentacle whip was to protect us. He was also just curious about it.
Yeah, I think you're right a little bit, Toad. I think he might have been doing it for his own benefit as well.
I don't think it was
if that
always
was the
just
case, he would just always do it no matter what, right? He would have just been on the ship and let Alaric slither through his body and take over a lot sooner than he did. Because at the end of the day, guys, he lost his life. It wasn't. Maybe it was some curiosity and things like that, but whenever a person makes, and maybe I just haven't been there, but I assume whenever a person makes a decision to that their life will be ended, that they don't do it because they're curious. They do it because they want to protect their friends.
I think, well, I know that both goals, that Alaric was pursuing both goals, especially knowing that with this ring there is a bit of a contingency. I think that we should not to entirely divert the topic about Alaric's culpability, but I think it's with the time we have, I am curious on how we would get into contact with the Aventi. Continue this line of investigation.
I was thinking about that.
It's actually a great point.
And we have this crystal ball. And I think I can use to communicate with people that I'm spying on.
Do you know who you could spy on?
I don't have a person in mind. But we know what the planet looks like. We know that we know what planet they're on. We know that they have a pyramid-shaped ship floating outside of the planet that they're on, or the moon that they're on. We have information. It's kind of on our way. We could stop. It would not be bad for us to have more information if we could from them about Lirvion anyway.
I think it's worth investing some time there. They might have insight into our next mission. I agree.
Okay, well, we have a plan for that. We need to contact the Aventon people, find out more information. What about the Brailish? Well, before we move on from topics, right?
Mhm.
I think we have a plan, and I'll just look at Toad, and I think we have a plan for the information that we got. But again, to be clear, this is your information to exchange and give away or not give away as you see fit. I think all of us, right, would prefer that you obviously let us know so we can act accordingly. But otherwise, this is yours. And just, I guess, like, just as an aside, Toad, maybe I'm naive, and I am, but to me, you've always had a soul. Soul is you. Who you are. You are living. Regardless of autonomy or biology, you are living. You are not a fraction of a soul, Toad. You have a soul. And so does Glaive and Locket. Everyone else. I mean, that's exactly why I was jumping at the opportunity to get Glaive and Locket on our ship. But
I know you see us as equals, as beings deserving of freedom and autonomy, but not everyone does, Valerian.
100% agree. I was there. I was at the war.
I was there
What?
too. I was born into it. I was created for it. It's all I knew for the first part of my life. It's all I was for a long time. I don't
Time
know what
I'd
to do
rather
with
forget
the
about
information,
that.
but I know that I feel more complete with your Tash than I did before, and I feel pieces of myself missing. I know I am alive and that I am a being and that I have a soul, but I feel disconnected in a way that I didn't before. This information does not make me feel good. It makes me feel horrible.
I mean, there wouldn't be really any way other to feel. Myself in your shoes, probably feel the same.
I don't
But,
wear shoes, Valerian. I walk around barefoot. I don't believe in shoes.
What?
You never noticed I don't wear shoes before?
Never. Why?
Look at my feet.
Are you insane?
I have metal feet.
Yeah, but have you looked at the ground? It's disgusting.
I like the
Also
way
a
the
druid.
dirt
I mean,
I'm gonna
feels.
cast
Yeah.
prestidigitation on Toad's
Toes.
toes. just clean it up. Like, that is
There's like mud
so
like in
gross.
between each of the toes.
Mhm.
And
For some reason,
I'm just gonna be
Warforged
honest,
were
for the rest
creating
of this
toes.
campaign, you're gonna see just every time randomly you look at Valerian and we're walking somewhere, he is almost certainly casting prestidigitation to clean up your fucking feet.
Just Valerian sneakerhead, just the most pristine.
He's a sneakerhead. That's right. Yeah, he's a sneakerhead, bro.
I don't even think it's a Warforged thing. I think it's a Druid thing. I see Druids
Yeah, I
walking
just-
around barefoot all the time.
That's
Kind of like the
disgusting.
earth and
Yeah.
plants and. Okay, don't look at my bed because it's really dirty. Even though I never sleep in it, but I
You
sit
have-
on it sometimes with Cooper and Webs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You have
fucking
8,000
Captain
people
Gus the
sharing that
Collider.
bed with you.
You got a
Mhm.
spider in your room.
He takes care of the bugs.
Or is he farming the bugs?
He's
Yes, I
gonna
thought
become
about
very
that.
powerful one day. When we get back to the ship, I'm gonna make him large.
Oh no!
Oh, no! That's a veto from me.
I'm sorry, I don't believe in authority anymore.
That's not how. Well, I mean, okay, yeah, that's fair. I mean, you're basically the same rank as me. It's not like it's, you know, you can. I guess you can override my veto, but that's disgusting. Do not make a fucking. Do not make a giant spider on the ship. I please. But let's move on to another topic. I think the other topic of Braylon needs to be addressed. I think Braylon probably knows that they know our goal in the first place. So there's a very real chance we just run into them. What do we want to do?
I spoke
Climb
with
him.
the scribe at this library a few moments, or no, a little bit ago. And they seem to have their own plans. And I don't know what they intend for the Brailish, but I did speak to them about hopefully contacting the Dragonhawk for field research or for retrieval missions. Hopefully that makes them more amenable to sharing their intelligence regarding the Brailish with us. And on another point, what is our capacity to confront the Brailish?
Capacity in the sense of
If we seek open combat, would that not prove awkward?
well, they've
Point
determined that in cyberspace there is no treaty. Was their initial thoughts whenever we brought this back over to Onder? They thought that the Brailish had decided, if unless I'm wrong, I think Karnath as well, that at least Karnath was indifferent to the fact, I believe, if I recall correctly, but Brailish said that the treaty didn't matter out in cyberspace. So there's a chance what happens, just genuinely, is we are going to our destination and either meet Brailish in the skies, or we meet them on the next moon.
Mhm.
So what do we want to do? Do we want to have a conversation? If they attack us first, do we just wipe them all out? Like what is our plan?
Well, if we have a lead, if we suspect that they're going to be setting an ambush for us, given their awareness of our mission, maybe we should when we get to speak to the Aventi people, maybe they have some sightings. But I wouldn't be opposed to fighting them, but I think we'd have to prioritize our resources for completing the mission if time constrains us.
Okay. Any other suggestions of what we do if we see them?
The Dragonhawk is designed for speed, I imagine. If we meet with, if we sight the Brailish before we get into the get to Larvion, I don't know how many resources or how much damage we're willing to take for even arriving at our intended destination.
Ideally, none. I say we avoid.
I agree. Our
Really?
our ship has been upgraded with stealth capabilities, or it is being upgraded with stealth capabilities. So
Yeah, we didn't get like a bigger gun.
Right? No. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't think that we. I think in just a straight up combat with the Brailish, at least ship to ship, we will lose the Dragonhawk. Yeah. So if we see them, we run. I'm completely in agreement with that. If we can't run, we fight. And if we fight, I think we should. Maybe we can bring Gus into this as far as like a strategy. But if we fight them, in my opinion, we take Captain Ao. Is it Ao Job? What was their name again?
Ao,
Captain Ao Jabe.
Jabe, that's right. Yeah, we take Captain Ao Jabe not hostage, prisoner. And if they refuse, I think we take them out and give everyone else a choice. I think they are at the helm of keeping these people in a cycle of hate and a cycle of pure enslavement, really. And that would be my target before I try to take out indiscriminately any Braid.
Would we want the Red Saber involved in this mission?
I think the Red Saber, it's an asset that we could use. And if we use that asset only to help us in combat when we're not even set for combat, the Red Saber and the Dragonhawk, they're designed in two different ways. The Dragonhawk is much, much faster than the Red Saber. So we'd have to slow down and lose a lot of our design capabilities. And in a fight, the Red Saber would probably shine a little bit better than Dragonhawk, in a way that we would have to leave them alone eventually, in a worst case scenario, fight while we ran and did. So I say that to say that I think that we use the Red Saber in other ways, maybe to investigate the giants back on Eberron, maybe to even that thing that we talked about, Toad, help facilitate that in some way, perhaps, or get us information, etc. Maybe look after our allies, like Jubithex, or what was the race of the monkeys called?
the Hadozi.
Hadozi, yes, the Hadozi, or look after the Hadozi as well, and help them in that way. But we should, of course, keep constant contact with the Red Saber. There are a lot of good officers on that ship. And, yeah. Anybody opposed to anything I just said? We run so I guess in short, if we see them, we run. If we cannot avoid a conflict, in my opinion, instead of killing indiscriminately, we should look to board their ship if it's a ship-to-ship combat. And if it's not, and it's just on the ground, we should look to take out or take prisoner Captain Ao Jabe and give the rest a choice.
I agree.
All right. So we got 10 days. We could use that time to look for the Advented people, because as soon as we get one person, Toad, it sounds like you can contact them and get some information. And he's setting up some.
How long? So we have 10 days before we set out for Larvion?
Correct.
Till our ship is completed.
Till your ship
Till
is
our
completed.
ship is... Okay. And then do we have a time limit for when our mission needs to be completed? Or is it just like understood it's our first priority? We can't be taking any stops.
The expectation is that you make priority course for Lirvion instead of stopping in Nim. It wasn't a like this mission needs to be accomplished in X amount of days, but considering that you have travel time, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's nebulous. I also wanted to note, I didn't want to interrupt the conversation, but you can also call on the Githyanki escort ships when you were talking about like using other ships in your assets. You can call on a couple of those ships as well. You're going to run into the same speed problem as the Red Saber, but like if you wanted more punching power with the Dragonhawk, you can't put the cloaking tech on them. But like if y'all wanted escort ships in case of a Bravish attack or larger ship combat, you can enlist their aid.
My thought, or one thought I have is that maybe they can serve as an escort on the way out, so that we can continue to sneak on the way in. Because the Brailish might also not want to fight, deal with chasing us at the peak of our strength, but be happy to by overtaking us once we've used a lot of our resources. So maybe having backup as we're leaving Larvion. Maybe that support could be more useful there, while supporting us on the way to Larvion would take away our stealth capabilities and slow us down.
It's up to y'all. But
so-
we are at time. So I think I'm going to call this tonight, unless y'all want to keep going for a moment. But I recognize not everyone, sometimes time constraints. It's up to y'all.
Yeah. I want to just know where we intend to go for the next session. So my thinking is that we want to go to Nim, but don't have or can't reliably teleport there.
Yeah, you've never been to Nim. You've been to Dravago and closer.
Also, I was wrong. The Aventus people are on Aerith, which is very far out.
Very far out.
Oh,
I wanted to clarify that too.
So not on the way.
That is the primary Aventan civilization that you have not encountered. However, you have encountered other Aventan people in cyberspace.
Yes, on the Peace Planet we can't go back to.
Therendor and Dravago.
Oh, who did we meet on?
The entire civilization.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, I was just like,
yeah.
wait a second. That's it. Okay.
Yeah. They're the castaways, the ones that can't leave.
Gotcha. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so they're pretty removed from the activities after they were.
After they crashed, yeah.
Yeah, we know that they go back to the Aventan people do go to Therendor. We learned that they don't ever take anybody with them, but they have gone to Therendor before. But they don't go to Dravago.
Is going to Aerith completely? Well, I suppose there are still places of Dravago we haven't explored, but B, for Aerith, is there like a possibility that like the way the systems orbit around each other, that there's like That the travel time.
Not in the current. Yeah, not in the current planetary rotations.
Okay.
Laravion, yeah, with these current planetary rotations. And I may, right, so it's been a couple months in game. I think as time persists, I may adjust these travel times. But right now, the travel times on there are the travel times on there, and the locations in the orbit are similar at this point in time.
Gotcha.
So heading to Laravion versus heading to Aerith are in fact two opposite directions.
Gotcha.
So
So maybe we return back to Travago. Maybe, even though they didn't seem like anyone we spoke to would have knowledge dating back that far, but other sites and excavations taking place that might yield some insight. I'd have to. Could we see the Travago map again? I don't remember the
yeah, sure
landmarks
thing.
we have.
I got you. Give me a second.
I remember they were gonna go. There was another ship that was like under ice
Exactly.
that they
yeah.
were gonna go explore, but I don't know that it's been long enough for them to have like started that expedition yet.
Here you
Well, the
go.
good news is that we
Here's the
could
Travago
travel
map.
there pretty reliably.
Yep. So you started in Bright Rest, then you went to the
Mhm.
temple. I know it feels like
Mhm.
it's been forever, but this is the moon before the one. This is the
Yeah.
last moon you finished. So you got the captain's log out of the Temple of the Wayfinders. You went to Blackfield. You explored the ice fields, and you participated in the tournament in the Frost Hall field.
hmm
They did recover that captain's log.
Gotcha.
And we do have the tome that Valerian gave that book away. Did we
Which
take
book was-
anything from Travago?
Laura.
Laura would have items from Travago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, anything from Travago that
hmm
Laura would have.
Yes.
Okay, so the perfect. Then we're way more consistent. And if we go there, we'd want to get some. We could probably research something at Frost Hall Field. And they were doing an excavation, or they were planning an excavation by the Crypt of Darkness.
The Crypt of Darkness is where we found the dragon-like creature, right? In the ice.
Gotcha.
Correct.
And I think the ship was off the land, like in the water, like north of Frosthall Field or something.
Talking about the expedition.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're correct in that. And then the event
Okay.
and ship itself that crashed it is the Temple of the Wayfinders.
Okay.
Well, wasn't there a second? Sorry, maybe I'm misremembering. Wasn't we went to the Temple of the Wayfinders,
Mhm.
but wasn't there an like the reason they had the tournament was so that they could get an expedition together to go explore a different crash ship?
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay.
In game, it hasn't been that long, but in real life, it has been some time. I completely,
It's been
I'm
a
right
bit.
there with y'all. It's been a
Mhm.
minute.
Okay, so yeah, hey, we did do pretty well in that tournament, so it feels like we could aid there or maybe lead the excavation. Yeah, sounds like a plan to me.
So should we teleport to Travago
Mhm.
in our last 10 days?
Yeah.
Is that the plan?
Seems like that's what the plan is.
Okay, let's do it. I'm down.
It's very bucket we ball
Calm
energy there,
down.
Val.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm down. I think that it's just I'm just scared of what they're gonna be like. They're gonna be like, oh well, you can teleport, get us off this planet, or get us off this moon. You know?
Didn't we get the Voyager stuff from them?
Yes, you did.
They gave it to us. Gave the teleportation magic to us.
True.
Yeah. Unless they didn't know what it was for, which is unlikely,
Sounds
but
bad.
also scale-wise, it would just take a while for us to get the population out 8 by 8.
Yeah.
Plus, it seems like they're kind of like dedicated to waiting for the rest of their people to
True,
come
actually,
get
yeah.
them.
That
Yeah,
actually-
like they're like, I don't want to leave because they're going to come back first eventually.
And I know some of them are going to be like, well, I really want to go on that expedition. So yeah,
Well,
they're
if they
not.
want to, we can figure things out, but we just maybe after. Okay, cool.
Let's do it. I'm down.
Right.
Oh, Thora! We're going back home.
So yeah, you're gonna boof back to, because you're still on you teleported to the library, so you're gonna teleport back on
To
day.
the Dragonhawk.
Yep, it's day 11, so you can teleport back to the Dragonhawk. So you do that. It's
Long rest.
Long rest. Toad roll. Let's get that.
Okay. Oh, gosh, how many days has it been now? I'm sorry. We spent how many days on the library? We spent 3 days there.
3 days.
Plus
3
another
days.
long rest.
Yep.
There were 15 days. That's 4 days. It's 11 days left.
Hmm.
So 4, 7, 8.
I need to keep track for the calendar too. Shit. Let me make sure this is right.
Days with Irtash. Hold on. We're at 8.
And so I think I updated to 17 nim, and that was leaving the tower. So I need to add 3 more days. We're technically starting the 4th day now. So it'll be 21 nim. So campaign day 159. Yeah. Sorry, Toad. Level of exhaustion. You are carrying
Campaign day.
a very powerful spirit with you.
What day is it? 16, 17, 18,
21.
19?
21.
21?
Yep, 21. Campaign day 159.
Okay, and I've been with Irtash for 8 days.
Oh, maybe Irtash has some fresh eyes while we do some excavation as well.
Oh, True Sight will be really helpful for navigating a dungeon.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. So at this point you're going to teleport away from the Dragonhawk to
Mhm.
Dravago. You're trying to go into Frosthall Field, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you have Thora. She has those books that you can use. I will
Yep.
count that as a object. Who
Perfect.
are you taking with you? Are you taking Thora with you? Are you taking anyone with you? You just going solo dolo?
Having Thora with us would, in a dungeon, I feel like would be nice. I don't know how many of us have, some sort of like tool experience, at this point.
I don't really think that we, need it.
Yeah, Charles, it's up to y'all. Just let me know. I mean, you can teleport, so
You're bringing-
Thor's down to go. But I mean,
Mhm.
there is danger, so it's up to y'all.
Yeah, I think
Here,
we bring Thora. We could bring Savina maybe, but I mean that would just be purely for documentation. We could probably do that ourselves.
Well,
Yeah.
the good
What?
news is
Who you
I have
bring? You don't have to bring them on, the excavation, but who you bring is who you can call on in that moment, So, on your planet side.
I think bringing Thora would be helpful as the preeminent treasure hunter, recoverer. I think that'd be a great set of skills to leverage.
She can see your boyfriend.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gonna have to dig all my notes back out for this. All right. Okay. I think that's a good stopping point. Is there any? Well, let me check real quick. Is there any other work orders you want to put in with the Dragonhawk crew or here at the monastery before you depart?
Yeah. So we're getting stealth capabilities. Do we want to increase any weapon, or there's like the Rift Vault, like the teleportation feature as well?
And if you want to upgrade, if you want to bring any escort ships, you are perfectly fine to upgrade them as well outside of stealth capabilities.
I was trying to look.
How much would it cost to get two Githyanki ships that are as fast as ours?
They do not cost anything because the Githyanki will give them to you and the fighters free of charge because you are allied with them. But it is not a permanent thing. You can bring them out for certain expeditions. If you're planning on bringing them out with the Dragon Hawk for this longer expedition, they will do that for you. But it is... You're not going to be able to call on them for another long expedition anytime soon. It's kind of like you got some favors with the Githyanki.
Yeah.
So
Well, if they can be like, if the speed can keep up with the Dragonhawk, I think that's not a bad idea. So I'm really scared we're gonna get just bombed by the Brailish out there.
that can be done. Let me open up the Dragon Hawk.
What do you guys think? Is it,
Yeah, some escort ships doesn't seem bad.
Yeah, it's a peace of mind for the crew.
Yeah.
I'm looking. Good thing I have this on hand. Okay. So the cost is the ship's maximum HP plus its size modifier. Let me look at these real quick. So on here, it's wings. Obviously, we're not going to put wings on a squid. So we'll imagine it's
What?
something
Crazy.
different.
That'd be amazing though. Flying squid.
Maybe we'll put some additional tendrils on the squid ships to allow them to operate in more speedy manners. Okay, all right. They are ship's maximum HP, so they've got 150 HP. Sorry, I'm doing live math. 150 times its size modifier, which is 1. No, that's 2 because they're small. 2, so 300. It'll cost 3,000 gold to outfit one Githyanki ship with this speed modifier that'll bring them up to exactly your speed. So 3,000. And they will offer you 2 escort ships to roll with you.
Okay,
And that's
so
a-
6,000.
Yeah,
Right.
6,000.
Okay, I need to do some more deductions because I need to deduct our costs of the scrolls too. So 6,000.
How many greater restorations scrolls did we get?
I got 4, and then I got 4 revivify scrolls too.
So it'd be another 2,000 for the revivify, or sorry, for the.
Yeah. So in total, between the scrolls we bought and the upgrades to the Githyanki ships, we're looking at like 9,200 gold spent.
Chunk change.
Truly.
For a guy like me, psh,
And I think both of those ships have a crew of about a dozen. It's been so long since I've looked at these, and my sheet is a little out of date. But I do believe that you get about a dozen all combat capable warriors. Probably at most powerful. Probably at most powerful. It'll be similar to the combat capabilities of Lieutenant Keyes and some of his folks. And actually, if you want, you could ask. With Captain Colas can't go, but Lieutenant Keyes might offer to ride on one of the patrol ships, should you want him. And some other folks that are similar to his capabilities. If you're thinking about them in like a fighting force boarding party type thing, just so you have that information. They each have a ballista and a mangonel. So, and they have a
I
decent amount of
deducted
HP.
our money, so we are squared up with our funds.
Did
Right,
you
no
also
debt.
deduct that 6K? Are y'all doing that?
I just deducted 9,200 gold
Damn.
for the 6K for the ships and the 3,200 for the scrolls.
That upgrade is not crazy. It'll be done before y'all come back, or it'll be done at the same time when you're ready to leave with the Dragonhawk. So, okay. Now you got some escort ships for this leg of your journey, which may come in handy. And you're going to Dravago. All right. Well, as we wrap up the session, because I know we're getting later in the night, Let's do that teleportation roll, please.
Okay.
Wait, we have items from Dravago,
Oh.
right? Because we have Thora stuff.
Yeah. Do
Oh,
we
yeah.
even need to roll?
No, it's 1 through 100 if we have an associated object.
Oh, son of a bitch! Then you don't even need to roll. Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So as we end the session, the four of you with Thora, right? The four of you with Thora stand together, and you see the House to Cannith people coming towards you with a stern look on their face, like they're about to ask about their request again. And you, poof,
Toad wave.
off 4 moons away. You travel through cyberspace, and you arrive in Frost Hall Fields. And that is where we will pick up for next week.
Toad
Got the
flips
stop.
on the